anything to chance. From annuals, Italians and perennial ryegrass through to a tetraploid or diploid ryegrass. All your seed requirements this autumn are at Ag Warehouse, Colac and Simpson. The team also has an on-farm agronomy service available to help you take out all the guesswork. Ag Warehouse, Colac and Simpson, your complete autumn seed stockists. Find Ag Warehouse Colac on the corner of Deans Creek Road and Princes Highway and Ag Warehouse Simpson on Lavers Hill, Cobden Road.
Is home or business security on your mind? Trust Devcom, a fully licensed and accredited installer. They can plan the best security solution for you. Alarm, CCTV or door access control. Don't risk it. Choose Devcom for peace of mind.
The latest dinner menu has dropped at Macca's. The Hot Honey Chicken Range featuring the Hot Honey McCrispy, the Hot Honey McSpicy and Hot Honey Dipping Sauce with Chicken McNuggets. Embrace the drip at Macca's. Available after 10:30am for a limited time.
Help make quality compost for parks and farms. Compost the right way. Learn more at colacotway.vic.gov.au.
Thanks to Echidna Belt. It's the pre-game show on CDFNL Live.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights at the Stribbling Reserve, or the Pod, as they love to call it here at Lorne. It's Lorne versus South Colac on this special occasion, Anzac Day. Our first CDFNL Anzac Day in, well, ever since I've been broadcasting with the competition, and no one's actually given me an answer on that with the league.
Did you do the Anzac Day game?
We did an Anzac Day Eve, Paul. It was a Sunday night game the day before Anzac Day.
Oh, yeah,
you guys did, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I've done an Anzac Day broadcast. It was the Colac Tigers and St Albans back in 2009. That game was so one-sided that we were listening to the ABC during our broadcast. That was the day Zacharakis kicked that goal.
Yeah, that's a pretty good day. But that would have been an awful game to watch back then. So
it was. Yeah, it was. I even think Colac weren't that flash as well that year. So it's going to be an interesting game today, and it's great to be here, and it's great to be broadcasting this game, and hopefully it is going to be an absolute ripper. Not a huge crowd as expected. I know last weekend it was chockers, standing room only, but the beautiful weekend it was down here on Friday, and then they followed up with the GFL on Saturday with Joey's and Leopold. Great idea.
Love it.
I was talking to the K-Rock crew during the week, and they reckon, 50% of the crowd was GFL, 50% was the locals here. So you're going to get your extra 1,000 people. Yeah, it's something worthwhile to do.
Oh, I think the guys at MIXX were saying the other night, Nick's proposing the idea of doing like a gather round type idea, and they play CDFL play on the Friday, the BFL on the Saturday, and the GFL play on the Sunday.
Love it.
And you do it at somewhere like Torquay.
Yeah.
And I'm all for that. I think that'd be a great idea. Easter long weekend. I think it'd work really well.
Gather round ideas. I had one that popped up on the Facebook page, and it might be a good one, is play around at the venues that don't get used anymore in the CDFNL.
That'd be interesting though, wouldn't it?
So a game at Biak, a game at Forest, a game at Pirangyalik.
I went for a drive down to Carlisle the other day.
Yeah.
Good,
the
is
fella
it?
was asleep. No, it's terrible.
Oh.
But it needs a bit of work.
South Parnby.
Yeah, South Parnby.
They play cricket there.
Yeah, Luigi Reynolds and the crew have done a phenomenal
A couple of
job.
goalposts up there.
Honestly.
So, I don't know, it could be something, not for next year, but just maybe a game at one of those old grounds next year. Could be just on the cards. All right, we better quickly go into this. Friday, so it's the Friday Yarn with AJ, who gives us a couple of questions, the topics of the week.
Yeah, couple of questions today. Question one, start with you, Maxie. Which player in the CDFNL, so you can't say Charlie McCartan because he's at VFL now, right now has the surest pair of hands? Which player are you banking on to clunk a contested mark at a vital time, and why?
Good question, AJ. Oh.
There's a loss.
Yeah, up forward, I'm going to say the big Murph Hughes' son in James Hughes is a pretty good clunker. Takes a good grab. I'll put my money on him.
Yep. Okay, Paul.
Todd Bodnett.
Bodie.
Yep, a no-brainer. He does so much damage in the air, floats across, reads it well, and that's his one wood. Drew?
Yeah, I actually with Paul. I think Toddy brought it out. The amount of contested marks that he does in a contest like that, it is just phenomenal. Just the way he keeps. We're coming up on 250 soon too.
Yeah, he's been a stalwart. Question two, Maxie. Do you feel Alistair Clarkson is in trouble as coach of North Melbourne, or is there too much hysteria and he should be given time to work his magic?
I'm not going to lie, I feel like he's lost it a little bit. I felt like at the back half of Hawthorn tenure, he just didn't have the same. I think his style just isn't into the modern game at the moment. But Well, they're a very young team, so you just got to give them time, and it's too hard in this world of. Well, just before we were watching Fox Footy, and there was 5 clips promoting on the couch, and all 5 clips were negative ones, not positive. And so we live in this world of just straight away, you lost, bang, you're the topic of the day. Yeah. I think you just got to give them a bit of time. I think North fans are starting to get impatient. Drew's getting itchy feet.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a time where that has to be the conversation. If it's the end of next year, if the same things are happening, but I don't know. I really don't know.
Not yet, Maxie. Yeah,
I think he's got credits in the bank. Honestly, like they're coming from a long way back. They really are. And it just doesn't happen overnight. They've gone and got like your Luke Parker, your Jack Darling, who are definitely got a little bit of experience, but they're also at the back end of their careers. They're there to sort of help this next generation. Give them time. I think they'll be good.
I think the frustrating part, if I was a North fan, is watching Richmond. And just seeing Richmond go, they're a lot better than what we are right now, and they're 6 games into a rebuild.
And let's not forget, too, that Richmond has got North Melbourne's first-round pick at the end of the year.
That hurts.
So if you're a Richmond, you'll be hoping North Melbourne keep doing what they're doing.
So, Drew, do you feel that Al Clarkson should be given time?
Well, I think you got to. I mean, what's he signed on for another 2 years?
Yeah,
so
he's had 5-year contract.
So technically, this is his second year because he didn't do 2023 because of what happened behind the scenes. But if you look at the list and compare to some of the struggling sides in the past, like Brisbane, Melbourne, Carlton, the amount of top-end talent they got in that draft pool is really, really good. But the problem is for North, and this has been a problem for probably a good decade now, that just don't have drafted a key back. That's something that they've gone in.
They just let him walk test.
Yeah, exactly right. And then you got don't accrue A-grade tall timber, which you don't really need. So they've gone in to get Griffin Lowe and Aiden Core, and they're disrespect to them. They're not A-grades. They're probably more B and C graders. So. And you got to feel for Matt Whitlock as Whitlock? Is it Matt Whitlock? Well, one of them anyway. One of the twins who got taken at pick 27. I hope they get higher number in because the list manager have gone all chips in to trade the first round pick to Richmond. So it's going to be interesting to say what happens at the end of the year, but. If they don't improve any from them sooner, I think something needs to be happening, I reckon.
Okay, Friday yarn, Maxie.
Thank you, AJ. Time now for Top 5.
It's Maxie's Top 5 on CDFNL Live.
Just an easy one today. We're at Lorne. It's an Anzac Day, good occasion. I thought I'd give you my top 5 favourite Lorne players of all time.
I like this. I like this.
All right, so these aren't best players or great players. These are my favourites that I've loved watching. And number 5, John Leontardis.
Oh, yeah.
Great John.
Yeah, he was good. And then I actually ended up teaching his kids how to swim.
You?
Yeah,
okay.
That's an interesting story. Number 4, one of the best small forward pocketers that I've seen in this club, and that was Ryan Evans.
Yep.
Number 3, Lewis Holmer.
Yep.
Number 2, Sean Smart. Number 1, Mark Chip McCormack.
Oh, yes. Big Chip.
One and done. Good job. Oh, I see the sides are all ready lining up for the ceremony. So we might take a quick break. And we're back after this for the big clash between South Colac and Lorne. Stay tuned.
On MIXX FM, this is CDFNL Live. MIXX FM, music that makes you feel good. We've got the latest hits.
Remember old dude from 2019?
And the old school tunes you know all the words to.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and I feel alright.
On air at MIXX FM and now on Listener. Download it free from the Apple App Store or Google Play. Sign up and follow MIXX FM.
The federal election is on Saturday, 3rd of May. If you're unable to make it to a polling place on election day, you may be eligible to vote early. Learn more at aec.gov.au/early. Authorised by the Electoral Commission of Canberra.
McDonald's Colac. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Once upon a time, there was a landlord who was feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and unsure if they were truly getting the best value from their investment. Sound familiar? Here's the twist. They found a team that didn't just manage their property, they also made it simple. At Richardson Real Estate, we offer an empathetic and honest approach and believe in open and consistent communication. If you're ready for an easier experience, we're ready when you are. Richardson Real Estate, Colac's most trusted opinion.
Access your super to get a home deposit. Cap interest rates at 3%. Home ownership for all. Slash rents and let's live again. Vote 1, Trumpet of Patriots.
Authorised by Sue Ellen Wrightson for the Trumpet of Patriots Gold Coast.
Items headed for the recycling bin can't be recycled if they end up in plastic bags. Instead, these items need to go into the bin loose. Try collecting your recycling in a tub or container before they go in your big yellow recycling bin, and avoid plastic bags altogether. By keeping your recycling loose, you're helping it to become something new, like planter boxes, park benches and tables. It's super simple, and your small act makes a big impact. Find out more at colacotway.vic.gov.au.
Running low on storage space? Backyard cluttered with tools and equipment? It's time to reclaim your space with a high-quality shed from West Vic Sheds and Garages. West Vic Sheds understands the importance of a reliable, durable shed that meets all your storage needs. West Vic Sheds are built to last, constructed with premium materials and expert craftsmanship. Get in touch with the West Vic Sheds and Garages team to get the process started. West Vic Sheds and Garages, Princes Highway, Colac West.
Greg Allen Farm Machinery has you covered with top quality speed discs from Pottinger. The Pottinger Terra Disc is built for speed, durability, perfect soil cultivation, and the best part, they've got them in stock right now. No waiting, no delays, just hook up and get to work. Visit Greg Allen Farm Machinery in Colac or give them a call. But hurry, in stock means they won't last long. Greg Allen Farm Machinery, helping you get the job done right.
At Sports Power Colac, we're strong supporters of local footy and netball. We've got everything you need for the season. The most popular shoes, boots, socks, shorts, compression gear, balls and more. This football and netball season, see us at Sports Power Colac, your local experts.
When it's legal assistance you need, here's a legal partner you can trust. Barrow Legal. Jared Barrow, a local looking after locals. Expert advice and representation for when you're buying or selling a house, land, farm, even a business. Making or updating your will. And when you find yourself on the wrong side of the law or faced with intervention order problems, Jared, a former investigator and prosecutor, knows what it takes to fight for your rights. Don't make a clanger out of your legal needs. Contact Barrow Legal.
Find a favourite at Celebration Superstore Colac. Hard rated lemon 6%, 10-pack, 2 for $90. Pepper Jack or Zoncello Limoncello Spritz 750ml, $18 each. Only until Saturday at Celebration Superstore Colac, Bromfield Street.
Thanks to Echidna Built. It's the pre-game show on CDFNL Live.
Yeah, welcome back to CDFNL Live here on this big occasion, the first ever Anzac Day night game between Lorne and South Colac. Both sides are just huddling up at the moment. Unfortunately, we can't hear anything with the ceremony that's going on, but apologies, we can't bring it to you at this stage.
But it shapes as an interesting game. I believe, this is certainly the only Friday night game I've ever known in the league, Drew. What about you?
No, not that I can recall, but
no.
In fact, we've got something going on. We'll just pause it here and we'll just listen. So the Australian and the New Zealand national anthem been taking place, and we were watching before, boys, at the MCG, the New Zealand national anthem and an Australian national anthem. They were just saying so well.
Yeah, it's a brilliant anthem, the New Zealand national anthem, and of course, Advance Australia Fair. Hope the audience could hear the stirring rendition of the last post here at Stribling Reserve in Lorne. It's all set for a massive Friday night game between Lorne and South Colac.
Absolutely. We'll go around the grounds thanks to Think Water, because we've got some Anzac Day games that have completed in the local and the one going at the MCG. And it's an 18-point lead to Colac with 11-9-75 to Essendon 9-3-57. Bobby Hill kicked 3, and you should see the goal he kicked from the pocket. From the Dom Sheed pocket, he kicked it. He kicked 3. Josh Dacos at 29 because he had an absolute picnic in the first half there as well. Also around the grounds, Cobden with a 4-point lead over Terrain Mortlake and the DC Farron Oval. In the GDFL today, Inverleigh 9-5-59. They defeated Bannockburn 7-14, 56 by 3.
Good game.
Points, yeah, it was in the end. The two played in pretty ordinary conditions from what I've heard. In the GFL, I think it was a 9-point win to St Joseph's, and Drysdale got the hold of Port
That sounds
Anderson.
like a good game at St Joseph's too.
Yeah, South Barwon kicked themselves out of it there. In the end, boys, Maxie, conditions-wise, mate, there was talk of a big deluge of rain that was going to come today, but actually the conditions haven't held up a lot too bad, and the ground looks in magnificent order.
Yeah, me and Paul have just got out of the commentary box, let you guys in it. We're out on the ground. I reckon, Paul, the ground, I don't know, it's always a bit funny here at Lorne. Sometimes it can be a real heavy 20 and it looked magnificent, but just walking around it, I reckon, even with the wet weather, I reckon we might get a bit of a high-scoring game.
I think we will. The ground looks beautiful, honestly. It's cut nice and short too. Plenty of kite, good coverage. It's going to be an absolute cracker.
Paul, can I ask you weren't involved in many night games, but how did you find seeing
Actually,
at
you
night?
were involved in a fair few.
A lot of them, AJ.
Yeah.
No, I loved it.
Come on, AJ, get it right.
No, really, really good. I actually love it. I think there should be more of it, to be perfectly honest. Because
some players hate it, though, Paul.
Some do, but it's just difference in routine. But the reality is it's a good spectacle. It's good for the clubs involved, good money spinner, and people just really, they turn up to come and watch. So
They do.
I love it.
I guess I reckon a little bit disappointing with the crowd today. I reckon, I don't know if they're all sort of hoiting up in the grandstand a little bit, but yeah, after the fantastic weather last weekend, this joint was packed on Friday, packed on Saturday. Still a pretty good crowd, but yeah, the wet weather, I reckon, has just held off some of the caravan and the tenters down there in the foreshore and maybe from coming up the road.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. Honestly, I think if it purely wasn't it's the weather that's keeping people away. But in saying that, they've hosted some pretty good games and pretty big ones so far this year. So there might be a little bit of a hangover from good footy stuff.
Looking forward to seeing Louis Howard. Great to see him back after only missed. Obviously, didn't see him a lot of 2024. But Paul, obviously, he's going to have a massive impact and given a player of the quality that he has got. Well, let's not seem to forget he's a Marnie medalist, for goodness sake.
Yeah, for sure. No, he's he adds another bow to an already stacked side that Lorne is. So for him to come back in is an added luxury for him. They've got talent all across the board, but probably the most important factor here for Lorne is that he's a one-point player.
That's right, yeah.
For sure.
And having someone like him come in allows them to play some of their recruits, even could potentially sneak in Ed when available as well.
Yeah, obviously, there was a late change for South Colac for those people who are just joining us. Dylan McCarthy is out, and Jordan Morrissey has come into the
It's a big out.
It is a big out because let's not forget he's had a shocking round with injuries over the past number of seasons. So umpires for tonight, I should say. You keep saying this afternoon, but it's coming up to 6 o'clock.
It's a habit, isn't it, Drew?
Yeah, it all happens, AJ. Mark Robb, Peter Dinnick and Dougie Evans, the three umpires, on this big occasion, on the big stage on a Friday night. Particularly it's Anzac Day, of course, and obviously no Sean Smart. I was talking to him just before we come on air, and he's going to be out for another little while after suffering a bit of a knee problem that's swelled up quite bad and got some pretty bad bruising. So hopefully nothing too serious. Hopefully he'll be back on the field as soon as possible as well. So looking forward to this big game as both sides are doing the warm-ups. And I think the R-grade netball's just finished, so hopefully we'll get a score from there thanks to Theodore Bodoji to kick-start the next round of CDFNL for the 10th year here on CDFNL Live. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'll be keen to see if James Hughes can do what Maxie said he thinks he might and clunk a few. And also what Paul talked about, Todd Bodenet on South Colac's side of things, a very reliable defender, been a stalwart of that club. So interested to see if he can clunk a few important marks in defence today, Drew.
We weren't there on a couple of Saturday nights ago, but we saw South in round one. They weren't the greatest. Like, it wasn't the greatest performance. They got a 20-point win against the Imps. They did what they had to do. But they must have had a real bad night at Birregurra. Like, they got pants. Birregurra just... I think they scored 3-4 goals with the South Colac, which isn't like them at all. They've had a couple of low-scoring games, so they kicked 60 points to actually beat the Imperials and had a low scorer against Birregurra. Normally, you reckon with this side, with Adam Donahue running around and a Benny Cox and Mumberson forward line, that this should be a high-scoring team.
But you also got to factor into they're playing now again without Jordan Erskine. They had him last year. He was their focal point. He kicked 40, 50 goals before he nicked away. But again, so it's going to be a little bit of a restructure. But I think it also speaks to the quality of Birregurra. Dave McNeil has come from a very good pedigree, obviously been experienced at a very high level, but also they've recruited really well. They've been under the radar. I think Birregurra are the real deal. So I wouldn't necessarily put South Colac down in a sense that saying they had a bad night. I just think Birregurra are very good.
I reckon right now they can win the premiership. Birregurra. I rate them. They should have been 2-0. They blew away a 4-goal lead in a low-scoring game, and then Lorne, like good sides, these come out and get cut out. Found a way to win, so this is obviously going to be another good test for him tomorrow, but we'll focus on tonight in the first place. But no, this should be a cracker, and I expect South Colac's midfield to hit the scoreboard a bit more. They need more out of Circuit, they need more out of Liam Hammond. I know he plays a lot more down back, but I would like to see him beat more in midfield tonight, and Josh Woods, obviously. I'd like to see the midfield for South Colac hit the scoreboard a bit more.
I think tonight is going to be Buck Donahue watch, to be honest with you. Yeah, watching him in this warm-up here, he has taken control of it. He's obviously been a premiership coach, on an AFL-listed player, and can seriously play footy. And big occasion, time's right for him to really stamp his authority, and I reckon he is the premier player of the competition.
Yeah, we can hear him, but we're 40 metres away, and I can't recall a team this up and about in the warm-up. You can tell they're set for this game.
Oh, they get the 4 points already for those footy jumpers, Paul.
Oh, geez, they're good.
They've been waiting for them in the mail, and they've got them during the... Actually, I reckon they came yesterday. And it is the Kangaroos... When did North win these? The late 90s.
Yeah,
they
96 or 95, I think it was, or something.
Oh, I reckon a bit later, maybe the 98 grand final.
In the 90s they wore them.
Yeah. So it's got the kangaroo on the belly. They look magnificent. It's pretty much the jumper that they wore when they bet Lorne in that 2002 Miracle Premiership, when I think Lorne were on a 30-game winning streak, bet South Colac 2 weeks beforehand up by 80 points. We'll go around the broadcast box. We'll get our tips, margin, and first goal kicker, AJ, the love god, Brady.
Lorne by 10 points, and I will go Jackson Bright to kick the first goal, Maxie.
Drewy, should Clarko be sacked Simmons?
Tell you what, AJ's going to have enough of you with the halfway through the year. I'm going to go Lorne by 2 points. And I'm going to go for Patrick Bright. He's the one to keep an eye on. Of course, it's the brother of Jackson. So looking forward to seeing how he goes around tonight.
Paul, who you coaching next year? Listro?
Nobody next year, I'll tell you now. It'll be South Colac by 18 points, and I am tipping Adam Donahue to kick the first.
I'm going to go Lorne in a close one by 7, and Louis Holmer will kick the first goal of the night tonight.
Yeah, so both sides making their way into positions here. Looks like James Hughes is going to start in the ruck here for Lorne.
Big Hughesy, Merv's boy.
And going up against Matt Gunn, who started the season off really, really well.
You know who Murph Hughes is, don't you, Listro?
Yes, I do, absolutely.
He's one of our favourites. He was on our broadcast one day.
Did you tell him how much you hate cricket?
I think I did.
Oh, yeah, fair enough too.
So looks like Jackson Bright.
I enjoy yoga, though.
If you hear some sobs from the back of the box too, the Pies have pulled away from the Bombers too. So feeling for you here, AJ.
Oh, it's
Mitch
okay.
Perkins in for his first game, but he has got the big job on Jackson Bright. So Peter Denning to get us underway on this historic occasion, Friday night for Anzac Day football. Between two premiership contenders, Lorne versus South Colac. Thankfully, the weather isn't as bad as what we were predicting. We're underway here. Ball knocked forward. Bear Woods grabbed the footy. He was dispossessed in the tackle. Fox around the footy yet again. Hacked off the ground by Hammond. Didn't go very far. Circuit like he always does. Head over the footy. It's been trapped away by Middleton. He was dispossessed, but he got pinned holding the footy.
Great to see Teddy playing for Footers Grade last week. In the VFL. Ted Middleton, that was.
So the coach and Circuit's got the kick. He gets a hand pass to Woods off a standing start. Kicks to centre half forward. Stevens couldn't quite take the mark. In fact, it was Sweetnam. Zach Downer mops up. Hand pass Wilkin, no hope in particular. But Zastek just takes the kick to the centre of the ground off hands. Taken by Rowe beautifully by the big man in Hughes. Goes towards the half forward zone. Well, Rowe couldn't quite mop up there. He's coughed up the hand pass. Jackson Bright overran the footy, but he was harassed out of it. Good ball and ball will be one on the edge of the square. Middleton, was he pushing the back? Not according to the umpire. Lorico mops up the footy here. Gains pass back then to Melgrew. Running off half back. Kicks towards the wing position. Cox there. Good punch away that time by Oscar Coots. He has smashed out about 50 metres. That's nearly a straight drive for 4 down the ground. It's gone out of play. We get a boundary throw in right in front of the interchange gates here.
Last warning, Drew.
I know. I had to say it early in the broadcast. Boundary throw in. And we've gone about a minute and a quarter gone in this first quarter.
We've got a countdown clock here tonight.
I've got the time up clock. Boundary throw in here. Hughes in the ruck. Wins the tap down. Around the footy again. That time Garner. He dived on top of the footy. Couldn't quite knock it out. Woods around the footy again. He was harassed out of it. A free kick is going to go to South Colac for taking height. And it's going to go to... I think it's going to go to Woods, I believe. So, Woods has got the footy at half-back for South Colac.
That's Sebi Hay.
Seb Hay, sorry. He goes out wide to Perkins. He's just that end-on-end ball out towards the half-forward zone there. Mopped up nicely there by Vander Havel. His hand pass was coughed up. Here's a chance for South Cox. Hand pass to Donahue. 40 metres out on the right. He just kicked it smartly, smothered off the boot. Still along, get back in numbers. Adams, who kicked the miracle goal to single-handedly win the game for him. Jordan Foley mops up. Hand pass to Woods. 45 out. Straight in front. It's going right towards the goal line. It's been punched through by Balderas for the opening score of the game on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard here. Nice and hot early there, Paul.
Yeah, look, whilst there hasn't been heavy rain, it is definitely slippery. So far, really sloppy, very hot, very contested, but definitely has not been clean whatsoever.
So the Roos with the first score Friday night. A football. Sing it with us, guys. Remember that old song that I used to have on Channel 7? Friday night football. The big game is here. Shouldn't sing, should I? Here's a chance now for Hay. Ball kicked inside the 450 again for South Colac. Right forward pocket. Here's a chance now for Donahue. Snaps around the body.
Goal.
Got it. First goal. Paul Listro puts his hand up because he tipped it. It's a goal of the day contender.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
The son of the great Larry Donahue kicks the first goal. Friday night football, Anzac Day, and South get the first. They're 1-1-7 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Lorne yet to score. And we've travelled about 4 minutes in this first quarter here on MIXX FM.
Just looks dangerous. He's camping himself out around a centre-half forward. Just smart footy. Both entries coming inside from him have just gone towards the square, puts Lorne under a lot of pressure, but then he just munged one forward and just went straight through the middle.
He started pretty hot against the Imps a few weeks ago when we were there at South, and he went a little bit cool after that, so just to see if he can run out the full quarter. So back in the middle, Garner wins the tap out. It's going to be roved here by Merv's boy and James Hughes. He's going to kick it towards the commentary position area. We're in the old scoreboard here at Stribbling Reserve. Chance now for Turney. Kick wasn't a great one. Chance for Middleton. He's tackled. And it'll be a ball up on centre wing here, right in front of the scoreboard. So 1-1 to Zilch. South with the lead over Lorne. Umpire throws it back up. Hughes wins the tap out. Chancing now for Turney. He's kicked though. He's going to get a free kick, is he?
He had to.
Big tackle there.
Yeah, he had to. He had to get a free kick there. That was a bit late there from Big Matty Garner.
So, Lorne with the free kick on centre wing here. Looking to go forward. Big pack around this one here. No one can take the mark. Offense. Chancey now is going to be going out of bounds. Boundary throwing in the right forward pocket. Dolphins kicking to the grandstand end of the ground here at Stribling Reserve. South Colac kicking to the house that I've had my eye on for about the decade, broadcasting here. We've broadcast from that balcony there, Paul, once I owned that house.
It depends how much it costs. Boundary throwing. Hughes wins the tap.
Mill.
Hey, gets in past a day. He just kicks out of the defensive area there. It's been punched away that time there. Fox mops up the footy. Good to see him back. Dispossessed in the tackle there by Circuit. As Stevens as well tackled. We're going to get a ball up. As umpire just comes in, just sorts things out. There's Dougie Evans right in front of our broadcast position here. Here at Stribling Reserve on this Anzac night. An historic one for so many reasons. All slipping the ground that time there was Foley. He's going to be balled up again. In fact, it's going to be tossed up. I think Glorico there was the last one to get up there. Ball thrown up. One down there by Hughes, just in the nick of time. Oh, heavy hit going in there was Middleton. Coots mops up, hand pass to Coates. Hand pass was Turney, was beautifully intercepted by Jordan Foley. And the Kangas go to half forward. Good, courageous mark by Zaki Downard. Class Harbour centre marker that plays off for 50. It's an open goal. Will it beat the pack? Yes, no. Touched on the line, run behind. Gee, that was close. That was very tight. They got the goal umpire was in the perfect position. Gee, that would have been a red-hot start for the Kangas. They're 1-2-8. Lorne yet to score. And we played nearly 6 minutes in this first quarter. Thanks to FSR equipped as Lorne bring it back in. A long kick by Adams. Hughes has got two to beat. Ball pulled to the back. Day mops up. Just goes to the hack. Kicking in the corridor. No mark taken there, but mopped up nicely by Hetherington. Gets a hand pass away to Anacott. Good pressure wheels. He goes inside 50. Jackson Bright's in best position. Good defensive work there by Perkins. Here's a chance for Paddy Bright. Left foot pockets! Off target. In fact, it's hit the behind post out of bounds on the full. And South Colac will take the kick, and it's going to be Sebi Hay who's going to bring it back in. He'll probably be one of the leading contenders to put his hand up for Interleague in a few weeks.
He was a little bit hesitant when we asked him, though. His kick looking for Foley's taken a good mark, good class after centre mark of the day in front of Turney. So he's at half back. He's going to kick down the wind. There's a 50-metre penalty coming up, is it?
What for?
Non-officiating umpire paid one for encroaching the protected space.
Well, there we go. So Foley's gone from half back almost to centre win.
Gee, they don't pay them anymore, do they?
They're not going to do the 70-metre one like was at the Gabba last week. Kick day wasn't great. It's been marked by Alex Adams in defence, class over centre mark of the day. And he told us he was going to retire after the flag last year. Here he is again.
Good on him.
Game number 2 for 2025. Still going around. We love him. Big pack around this one on centre wing. Trying to get the football out was White for the Dolphins. On the win. Now here come the Roos. They're going to go back inside the forward 50 for not for long. Ball kicked out of bounds on the full ball here by Mulgrew.
So far, both sides are looking really damaging and really promising when they move the ball quickly. When they get it out into space, they can really open up sides.
Short kick, and the mark being taken there by Taylor at half back. Taylor goes over the top. Good punch away that time there, so the Roos look on early. Kicked out of there by White up towards the centre wing position. It hacks the kick up the side of the boot, and it's out of bounds on the full. So South Colac defending really well at the moment, so Hammond will take the free kick on centre wing right in front of the netball courts. Under the bright lights here at Stribling Reserve, and the lights look magnificent as well. Long kick towards half forward. Donahue in front position there. Good punch away that time by the Lorne's defence. Monahan come barging through there. Good clean footy that time there. Monahan's got a time to hack it off the ground, which he does on this occasion, but didn't go very far. But he's given away a free kick, and it's going to go to Lorne out of defence. It'll be taken there by Middleton. In fact, it's Taylor. Taylor goes out wide and finds Turner. Turner goes even wider. And they're just going to happy to just keep things off at the moment. Here's Taylor again now. He marks it there. Blood centre wing. He kicks out towards the forward zone. Jackson Bright underneath for good use of the body, but illegally according to the umpire. And South Colac, fortunately, will take the free kick. And they better be careful because he's going to give away 50 metres. In fact, it's toddy ball to net. In game 247, he gets the hand pass away to Perkins. He goes out waving wide across the ground to Morrissey. To late inclusion for Dylan McCarthy. Chipping ball to Hammond. Right in front of our broadcast position here. He's just got ways, the options. He's got Circuit in the middle. Yeah, it's been ignored.
How's how many players are in this vicinity right now?
So he goes in short and finds Morrissey. Centre win. I'll tell you what, that Kangaroos jumper is just elite with the long sleeves, isn't it? There is a downfield whistle, and it's going to go to South Colac after the kick. So Downard's got the free kick, a couple of kicks away from goal. Sets it up, but Adams puts his body on the line and is taking a mark, and another free kick. AJ, what's the count so far at the Stefcom stats?
4 South Colac, 2 Lorne.
I think they paid the mark in the first place.
So that's now 3 to Lorne.
So here we go again through Turner. For Lorne. They're trying to work it out of the fence. Good pressure there by Foley for South Colac. They work it out beautifully, though, to the Dolphins along their hillside wing. It's going to be knocked out a bounce there by AJ's man, the Fox, Cole Fox.
That nearly knocked us off the air for the rest of our careers, AJ. Thank you for that.
One day at Lorne. No, it was at Otway.
Yeah.
For some reason, AJ just yelled out Fox. And we thought, out of nowhere, we thought he was going further with that.
I thought it was an F-bomb.
Yeah, we just yelled it out.
Didn't sound like the surname, Paul.
No, it didn't.
So here's a chance now for Hetherington. Couldn't go to the football. Good work by Monaghan. I was going to say Montingham. Middleton got it over the top to Taylor. Coots is there. They ball kicked inside the forward half, and it's another downfield free kick.
It's against Circuit.
They're loving the downfield free kicks today, the Ups. And Lorne go inside the forward 50s at mark there by Bright.
Jackson Bright, yeah.
Jackson Bright, who kicked the winning goal with about 40 seconds to go here against South Colac last year.
But tell you, how good was Brett Circuit on the wing prior to that? He just wallowed upon an important one-on-one ball to put South Colac forward, but Lorne's defence were all over it, so...
It's Jackson Bright lining up for goal here. I see Benny Cox in the defensive 50. My eyes are going funny, are they? That is Benny Cox in the defensive 50.
There's not a player in the South Colac's forward half of the ground.
Jackson Bright can kick him all over the park. Can he kick this one?
Missed.
He's missed. He gave it a good chance. So, Lorne now, they go to 2 behinds. Oh, they know that's their first behind. To 1-2-8 on the scoreboard. They had a shot for goal. It was Paddy who missed everything, didn't they? So 1 point to 1-2. Rouge with a 7-point lead. First quarter here on MIXX FM. Anzac Day, Friday night football.
Oh, Hammond's kick was a risky one back to full back, and Zach Day took the mark. That should be 50 metres. He didn't come back, so the umpires are red hot at the moment, but that one was no doubt there. He told to come back about 6 times. So Zach Day is going to go through to centre of the ground, and no one on the mark, so he decides to go to centre half forward. That's a poor kick. Taylor dropped what he should have taken. Gets a hand pass away now to Coots. Had a phenomenal year last year. Gets a hand pass out wide. Middleton off a standing start. Kicks towards right half forward. Hughes underneath it with Balderas. Ball spilled to the back and might go out of bounds there in front of Day. And we'll get a boundary throw in as Hughes and Bordenette slayer pleasantries.
Yeah, just 3 or 4 times now, South have just turned the footy over going inside forward 50 and kicked it unopposed to Lorne defenders. So just need to take their time a little bit, or if they're going to kick inside, kick the grass.
12.5 gone first quarter on the Richardson's real estate time clock. 1-2 plays, 1 behind, South in front. As Fox didn't correctly dispose of it, and umpire was all over it. Free kick to South. Advantage paid. Here's Day. He started this way really nicely. I don't know what that sort of a kick, but it might work okay. In fact, it might have. Downard. In fact, Mumberson gets a hand pass away there. Ball spilled out the back of the front of the contest on this occasion. Vander Havel just hacks the kick forward there, but straight down the throat. Josh Woods, no, he dropped the mark, in fact. Just couldn't quite carry on the way through, and the umpire's going to pig him.
Tough.
That was a tough call on a night like tonight. And a free kick will go to Lorne there on centre wing. So they got opportunities. Holmer's on for his first run. He's deep in the forward zone. He's not going to go wide. That's a good kick. Oh, through the hands there of Turner. And it's gone out of play. Boundary throwing another a pretty ordinary entry inside 50 there, Paul.
Yeah, it's just the tail of the tape so far. Both sides are just turning the footy over, kicking to boundary side, so low percentage entries. So it gets pretty ugly at the moment.
Left forward pocket, boundary throwing Lorne's into the ground here. Hughes, Garner wins the tap out. Sweetener's there as well. It's going to be a baller. No, free kick.
Middleton.
Free kick to Middleton. So Jesse will go back and have a shot for goal. I reckon he's almost on the 45-metre line because they're not 50s here at Stribling Reserve, as our great mate Kev Murphy always told us. Hopefully he's up in the clouds watching this game tonight, listening to our broadcast. So Middleton now. Can he get the first goal for the Dolphins? Grandstand side. He goes back, looks all right off the boot. I think he's kicked the goal. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. So Jesse Middleton kicks Lorne's first goal for the night. They go to 1-1-7 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. South Colac a 1-8. And how long we gone in this quarter?
14 and a half.
On the Richardson Real Estate time clock. Paul, who are you going to coach next year? Listro right next to me on the boundary.
Very, very defensive game so far. Both sides going man on man. No zoning, no guarding grass. They're all just following their opponent around. So what it is doing is creating a lot of congestion and a lot of ugly inside 50s.
Inside the final 5 minutes at the MCG, Collingwood are going to record their sixth win in a row.
Go on, AJ.
And they're up now by 35 points at the 26-minute mark of the last quarter around the grounds, thanks to Think Water. Garner gave away a free kick. No need to do that. Balderas didn't like the treatment, understandably so. And he's going to win himself a free kick. Defensive side of the centre. Fraser Balderas now having a go in the ruck at the moment here. So he's going to go out wide towards half forward. Louis Homer in the lead, but it's not. That's a poor kick again. And Monahan coughs it up. And he goes long up towards the half forward zone there. Good defensive work that time there by Nelson. And in front there of Stevens. We'll get a boundary throw in there. Right half forward for South Colac. 1-2 plays 1-1 with about a bit over 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter here on this Anzac night. Crowd not bad, but not overly packed. But the weather's turned a fair few away. This is the third game in the last 7 days down here at Lorne. A game here, Good Friday last Friday, Easter Saturday in the GFL, and of course tonight as well. Middleton got one high yet again. He's going to win himself another free kick. So he's going to take it now. So he's got the ball at half back. Chipping ball. Straight into the arms of Coots at centre wing. Defensive side. Out of side of the ground in front of the hill here at Lorne. And he's going to go long. Up towards half forward there. Gunner underneath it. They're created a contest at least anyway. Hay had a momentary fumble. Ball still in dispute there in the 40-metre mark from goal. Umpire circling. And he's going to get a ball up once again there inside the 40 for Lorne, who's just started to settle a little bit now into this game with both coaches looking on here. Pretty packed as imagine there. Peter Dendick to ball the footy up there. Looks like Circuit's lurking at the contest yet again here. Garner wins the tap. Free kick is going to go to his weight. Matt Garner will no doubt that was there, so hold the tug at the jumper there. So Matt Garner, who's had a great start to the season for South Colac, and he's going to go to the outer side of the ground here. Number pack of players around in the footy there. Good mark. Taken that time by Cox, centre wing. Outer side of the ground. That's a Class Harvest Centre. Mark of the day here. Only got the one goal so far this season. He goes short. So they're happy to just chip around at the moment. Woods received the hand pass. Just kicks it long up towards half forward there. Good mark, yes. And a good mark taken down there. And a Downard, in fact. Downard kicks inside 50. Donahue at the back there. Good mark. Class Harvest Centre mark of the day. It's Alex Adams, the veteran, just switches out wide and finds Turner, and they're going to clear towards the outer side.
Yeah, Turner's got it. He's going to go down the guts of Dribbling Reserve. No one could take the mark. Here's a chance there for Bordernet. Hand pass went to Woods, but he ate a bit of popcorn before the game and it slipped out of his hands. Here's Day. He's tackled there by Adams.
Oh!
And it's going to be a free kick.
Ball up.
Ball up. Jeepers.
Gee, I thought that was on the footy there for sure, I reckon.
Mangali was the tackler, not Adams.
First night entry going inside through the middle of the ground tonight so far. Everything else has been around the boundary. They've took the risk, turned the footy over, but at least they've got a stoppage out of it.
So ball up, middle of the ground here. Rouge with a 1 point lead at the moment is Turney. He's going to have another ball up. Still in the middle of the Dribbling Reserve. Just favouring slightly to Lorne's half of the ground. So another ball up. Good tap there by Fraser Balderas, who was a big weapon in this back half of the final series last year. Here's Circuit, got the hand pass to Woods. Back to Circuit. Circuit now sends the ball inside the forward 50. Donahue had eyes on the football. Ball in the left forward pocket for South Colac. Bit of a fight. Prezaztex there for Lorne. Stacks on this one. It'll be a ball up about 15 out from the Roos goal. 5.5 to go in this opening quarter here on Anzac Day. Friday night lights here at Dribbling Reserve. Roos lead by a point. Balderas, here's a chance now for the Roos the Dolphins through Richard White, and he's awkward quicking. And his kicking's been turned over. And it's been marked here by Geordie Foley. So Foley looks the field now. He's going to set it up for the Roos. Big pack around this one. Donahue. Here's a chance now for Woods. Here's Donahue. Couldn't pick up the football. Balderas backwards hand pass to Turney. Thumpy kick. Endicott's underneath this one for Lorne. Couldn't take the mark. Slippery ball again. Stacks on this one on the 45. It comes out. Here's a chance now. Sweetnut gets it to Day. Day's thumping kick back inside the forward 50 for the Roos. Right forward pocket, but the Dolphins, They work it out of defence. It's another high up and under kick.
Oh.
Morrissey couldn't take the mark. He's got the footy again. He's tackled. Ball comes out again. Mumberson's lurking as well for the Roos. Middleton's there as well. And there'll be another ball up between centre wing and half forward. Oh, it's getting very slippery out there.
Just don't think a forward entry here, kicking on top of Adam Donohue's head when he's got the 3 Lorne Talls floating all around him is probably the best option at the moment.
Balderas wants a free kick to the Roos.
No one knows what's going on.
It's going to go to Mumberson here.
It's Circuit.
No, going to go to Circuit. The Circuit breaker, the Marnie medalist of last year, the Marnie man. Kick wasn't great, but somehow almost found his intended target. Just couldn't pick it up. The ball's like a cake of soak at the moment. No one can grab it. Hammond's there. Morrissey's there. He charged through. Good work here by the Dolphins. They work it from half back to half forward, Drewy.
They do indeed. Bright's come out of the goal square. Hand pass a good one to Tierney. He was dispossessed by Follen. He won his own footy and just tacked the kick forward up towards the left half forward flank. Knocking it forward that time was White for Lorne, looking for the boundary line. He's going to get it. Good defensive forward pressure that time by Sweetnam with boundary thrown. Back bank centre wing. 1-2 plays 1-1 with 3.5 to play in this FSR a quick first quarter.
Tell you what, every coach would love to have a Richard White. Just gets the job done every single time.
I love him. He's a great player.
Yeah,
he's a serviceman.
He's coming up to 300 club games. Coming up later in the year as well. If Lorne happen to make finals, which a lot of people are expecting they should. Here's Middleton, did really well. Just hacks the kick forward, but it works. End of court, right space, right time, takes the mark. He's too far out to score, 70 metres out. He decides to go long inside 50. Hughes has got 2 to beat. Bright flew high, couldn't bring it down, but Mulgrew read it well at the back of the pack. Just hacks the kick out wide. That's a good ball. And Donohue marks uncontested there. That was brilliant work by Mulgrew there. Just read it really well. Hacks the kick up towards the half-forward zone. McKean under around the footy there. Likewise, that time there was Minnagelli. Holmer around the footy yet again. He was dispossessed in the tackle. Ball's not coming out. We're going to get a ball up there on the edge of the square favouring South Colac here. 8 plays 7. Both defences will be pretty happy at the moment. Evans balls it up. Balderas got up early. Wins the tap down. Donohue lurking at the front of the stoppage. He was harassed out of it that time there. In fact, he's got to get a free kick for holding. So Adam Donohue, too far out to score here. No, he's very, very lucky not to get 50. Very unlucky.
We can definitely spot who Donohue is tonight, can't we?
He goes out wide and finds Monaghan. He's too far out to score. I think that's him anyway. We can't really see.
No, he's right.
You're right. He goes inside 50. Not a great kick once again, but a good mark. That's a really, really good mark. And Lorne are going to go out of the fence again. He's centre and kick, though. In fact, he switched play, and that's a poor kick. And looking for Nelson, it's going in to play boundary throw. Good opportunity for South Colac. We're going to go inside the final 2 minutes of this first quarter. 1-2-8 to 1-1-7. Goal kicker so far. The goal kicker was by Donohue for South Colac and Jesse Middleton for the Dolphins.
Left forward pocket for South Colac. They've been good this quarter. Balderas palms it backwards to go forward. Kick wasn't great. They're still inside the forward 50, but the Dolphins, though, their defence works hard. Cox trying to get it forward by hand. Still a chance now for the Dolphins. They just wheel it out, don't they? They work it out of defence now. They're going to go to half forward, and they work it beautifully along the hillside wing.
Coots.
They go inside the forward 50. Coots is there. Here's a chance. Hughes is lurking as well. He wants the football. Big moves, boy. Crunches his body. Paddy Bright's lurking as well. Stacks on this one. It'll be another ball up.
It's like cake of soap out
It
there,
is.
Paul.
Look, there's a nice bit of clean passage of play there, and all it was a ball out into space. At the moment, neither side's allowing him to do that, and it was just a bit of fortunate timing there for Lorne.
Umpire throws it back into play. Holmer's lurking as well, so's Balderas. There'll be another ball up. So on the 45-metre line, you can hear all the players yelling at each other.
Jeez. It's like a baseball game at the moment.
It is. There's going to be a free kick going to South Colac.
Yeah,
free kick count this quarter, AJ, thanks to Stefcom.
Looks like 9 South Colac, 6 to Lorne, plus 2 50-metre penalties for South Colac.
17. Been hot.
Yeah, Garner's got the free kick here as we approach the inside the last minute of this first quarter. Garner kicks long. It's a bit of a helicopter sort of a kick there. Lorne couldn't quite take the mark, was Turner. And he's going to get a free kick for in the back. That was a bit questionable. So Turner will get the real last opportunity here for Lorne. They could get it in quick. South numbers get back. Long kick to the forward pocket. Hughes is quadruple team down there. Nearly marked it. Whereas Bright, he's in front of the contest but couldn't grab it. Kurtz got someone high, surely, and he's going to get a free kick to South Colac. And might get away with this, you would think. They were happy to just take the time off the clock. And it's Sebi Hay. He's going to take the kick. He was really good in the first game a couple of weeks ago. He goes inboard to Melgrew, so that will take us to quarter time here in his Anzac night clash. Both sides work very hard defence of the footy. And there it is. The end of the first quarter here. Goals to Adam Donahue for South Colac and Jesse Middleton for a free kick for the Dolphins. But it's a point the margin in favour of the Kangas. They 1-2 at quarter time. To Lorne 1-1-7. So we'll take a break here on this Anzac night clash here from Stirling Reserve. Back with the second quarter thanks to Minerva Foods. We'll get stats. We'll go around the ground and see what the end result was at the MCG between Collingwood and Essendon. It's 1-2-8 South Colac, Lorne 1-1-7. Back with the second quarter after the break.
On MIXX FM, this is CDFNL Live. You just never know what you'll hear on MIXX Brecky Jr. We're always kept on our toes.
So you just wrist someone up. So say if you like them, you're like, oh, you're from Tennessee because you're only 10 IC.
Just quickly, they're still together? Everything's going well there?
No, they broke up. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then he got together with the new girl, then they broke up again. Yeah.
If you know someone who would love to co-host on MIXX Brecky, enter them now at mix1063.com.au. MIXX Brecky Jr.
G'day, it's Chris from Westvic Garage Doors. We install sectional doors, roller doors and shutters. Ask about our smartphone control kits for remote access. And remember, annual servicing ensures warranty and safety.
Westvic Garage Doors, the MIXX FM Business of the Month.
Sick of waiting for that tradie to come around? They've been promising to get there for weeks? Don't worry anymore. You now only need one local guide to help you find the one. southwesttradies.com.au.
Nothing beats the sizzle of lamb on the barbecue. Juicy, tender and packed with flavour. Whether it's a Sunday roast or a midweek feast, lamb is always the right choice for your dinner table. If you're looking for a sizzling career opportunity, Minerva Foods, Colac's largest employer, is hiring. Join the team that brings quality meat to tables worldwide every day. Reach out to the Minerva Foods recruitment team today.
McDonald's Colac, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Prep for your Tassie trip at the Ponds Hotel. Open daily from 9am. It's the ideal stop before the ferry. Bistro open 11:30am to 8:30pm, offering spacious dining, value meals, kids play area, sports bar and ample parking. The ultimate pre-travel spot, Princess Highway, Warn Ponds.
A Trumpet of Patriots government that I lead will abolish HECS and forgive all student loans. We'll make education free. Vote 1, Trumpet of Patriots.
Authorised by Sue Ellen Wrightson for the Trumpet of Patriots Gold Coast.
Ben Spokes at We Spoke Insurance Specialists can come to you with the ideal insurance to protect what matters most. You'll get market-leading personal service and advice with We Spoke Insurance Specialists. Find them on Facebook. Authorised representative of PSC Connect Proprietary Limited. Please consider all terms and conditions.
Discover a smarter, faster, greener way to build with Echidna Built, a new standard in modular construction. Eco-friendly, high-quality modular buildings, tailored solutions for modern living and working. Perfect for expanding your home or growing your business. Design options range from 1 and 2 bedroom second dwellings or 2, 3 and 4 bedroom homes. Crafted with meticulous detail, every module blends modern aesthetics with sustainable practices. echidnabuilt.com.au, part of the CMTP Group.
When durability meets style, Premium Group Painting delivers. As Dulux accredited painters, they specialise in Avista epoxy flake flooring, the perfect solution for high traffic areas that need to look great and last. From garages that need a tough oil-resistant finish, to workshops built for heavy-duty use, to showrooms and commercial spaces that demand a sleek, professional look. Upgrade your floors with Premium Group Painting, built to perform, designed to impress. Find them on Facebook today.
G'day, Jason here from Assassin's Weed and Vermin Control. Don't let capeweed, dock or any pest weeds or insects take over your property. Let Assassins take care of all your boom spraying needs. So give weeds and vermin the big A. Call Assassins today, 0418 133 167.
Timboon Motors are now Mahindra dealers. Mahindra have a great range of sport utility vehicles engineered for adventure with a 7-year warranty and roadside assist on most models. Mahindra, rugged, reliable and excellent value. Test drive today at Timboon Motors. LMCT 2032.
Quality and professional earth moving solutions, that's LGK Earthworks, a family-run business tackling your rural, civil and landscaping projects. For a free, no-obligation quote, lgkearthworks.com.au. Check out their exceptional eye for detail on Instagram.
Powered by KFC Colac, FSR Equip and Sports Power Colac. This is CDFNL Live.
Yeah, quarter time here. Friday night lights at Dribbling Reserve, Anzac Day football. And we've got the close one at South Colac, 1-2-8, leading Lorne 1-1-7. Adam Donahue, the goal kicker for South Colac. Jesse Middleton, the goal kicker for Lorne. We'll get the Stevcom stats from Sir AJ, the love god Brady.
Well, real quick, Lorne free kicks 8 in that first term, 10 to South Colac, couple of 50-metre penalties to South Colac. As far as hit-outs go, James Hughes 8 in that first term for Lorne, 5 to Fraser Balderas, 6 to Matt Garner on South Colac's side of things. Major stats winner for Lorne, Al Adams, all kicks, 8 kicks in that first term, 4 marks. On South Colac's side of things, couple on 7. Jordan Foley, 4 kicks, 3 handballs and a couple of marks. Adam Donahue, 5 kicks, 2 handballs, 1 mark. Those are leading stats winners on the ground. Thanks to Stevcom boys.
Thank you, AJ. Game over at the MCG in front of 92,000 was Collingwood 16-11-107 to Essendon 10-6-66. Steele side bottom winning his second Anzac Day medal, but not good news for Collingwood. Unfortunately, Dan McStay has injured his knee. Hopefully nothing too serious with him, because let's not forget he did miss the premiership with that with the same problem. So hopefully nothing too serious with him at this point in time. Quick Paul from you, Paul. Both really defensive. It was a funny sort of a first quarter, but I think both backlines have done their job at the moment.
Yeah, it's now up to the midfield and the high forwards to actually start changing the direction of the ball. No more long down the line. Let's start doing something different.
Second quarter underway here, thanks to Benuva Foods. Here was South Colac leading by 1 solitary point. Ball kicked forward by Fox, but didn't really go that very far at all. One Lorne player got the next little whack to the head, but play's gone on. Turner and Donahue do battle. In fact, it was Tierney. Gee, that was a solid hit, knock.
Don't like that.
And that was a pretty one. That was a pretty bad one too. And Lorne should get a free kick, which they will.
Manganelli.
And Manganelli.
Manganelli. I like my pronunciation better.
In fact, it was McMillan. McMillan kicks up towards the half-forward zone, taken away by Day. Kicks back to where the kick come from. Ball spills each other to the back here. So where are South Colac's forwards? They're nowhere near at the moment. Cox is lurking again. Donahue had a fresh air shot. Didn't connect. Dispossessed in the tackle. That's a pretty heavy tackle for my liking, right in front of the interchange gates.
Yeah, we did this game later in the year last year, and was it South kicked 2 goals, didn't they? It was that real money game at South Colac.
Yeah, Charlie McCutt had an absolute picnic that day as well, and he's doing some good things at the VFL at Geelong as well. Ball thrown up. Hughes just grabbed out of the ruck there. No one really wanted to tackle him, so he just banks the kick forward out towards the centre wing position there. Ball still in dispute yet again here. Taken away that time by Downard. A long kick by Stevens. Inside 50. Downard in front position. Good defensive work there by Van der Havel. Yeah. And we'll get a boundary throw in there. Left half forward flank for South Colac, who doing all the attacking there. What's the weather doing, boys? Is it still drizzling or is it not too bad?
It's a bit of sweat out here. No, it is. It's raining and the trees are blocking us, I think.
It's good. It's doing solid at the moment.
It is, isn't it?
Boundary throw in here.
Just light rain.
Right half forward flank for South Colac, right in front of the social rooms here. Hughes couldn't quite get there. Looking at the front of the contest there was Cox, I think it might have been. Ball still in play. It's still in play now. It's gone over. We'll get a boundary.
I reckon that rain has got heavier, though.
It definitely has. Maxie, off topic, have you brought the waterproof paper from the swim school with you?
Nah, I haven't. I shouldn't I?
Yep, should have.
That's probably not a bad idea.
Actually, Paul, I don't know why I don't do that. We've got a whole stack of it at work.
Yeah,
I work for the council. They'll charge me.
What they don't know.
Don't have plenty of spare cases at work, do they? Or
cases?
Like plastic shields.
We better give the score or get in trouble.
Plastic paper.
Plastic shields are just protects it there. It's waterproof as well. Boundary throw-in. That's the one I was thinking of. Ball spilled at the front here as well. Tierney's going to get front position. In fact, the ball's just bounced away from him. Hacked forward here. Here's Anacott. Lorne go forward here. Here's a chance. It's an open forward line. Bright at the back. That's Jackson Bright, but he missed the footy. Should have got a free kick. Umpire said play on. He's a bit unlucky there. Ball spilled out to Paul Prezani. He just thumps it out of the defence as far as he could. Ball still in dispute again. Tapped out there by Larico. And the ball's at the front here. Here's Hammond now on centre wing. Kicks inside 50. One-on-ones everywhere. Ball not marked taken that time. Tommy McKenna was around the footy. Lays a very good tackle. They want holding the ball. They're not going to get it. Lawrence defence are going to clear him up. Going to switch play to the outer side. Middleton around the footy. Good punch away by Jordan Foley. Good Middleton just paddles the ball forward right in front of broadcast mission. Middleton gives away a free kick and it's going to go to Foley. So South Colac get away with one once again here. He's too far at the score. No change to the quarter time score. We've played nearly 3.25 minutes. Not a great kick circuit. Couldn't quite get there. Very slippery indeed. Hand pass mopped up. Oh, he hand passed it to himself there, Cole Fox. Endicott, sorry. Just carries the ball forward. Did really well, in fact. Hand pass Mr. Target, Balderas. Foley mops up. Gee, it's an ugly footy at the moment there. Taken away that time there by Turner. Goes towards left half forward. Not a great kick. Oh, knocked off the footy very solidly there was Paddy Bright. Plays going on. Perkins should mop up. Later, very good tackle there by Holmer. And the umpire said throw it in. Good boundary umpire. Right place, right time. And the Dolphins finally get a stoppage inside 50 at last.
16 and a half to go. Sorry, Paul.
That's right. I was going to say a little bit of a shift here from Lorne too. They're not playing as high as what they were in that first quarter, allowing that little bit of separation, a bit of room around the footy.
Boundary throw in, left forward pocket for the Dolphins. Can they snag one here?
Oh.
Perkins is there. Couldn't get off the ground. There's a chance now for Bordernet. Monahan, smallest man there on the ground. Turned over. Middleton, I think, had a flying shot for goal.
Oh, yeah.
Someone take the mark. Is it going to go through for behind?
No, it's still in.
No, it's still in play.
Oh, the footy. Goal
and
kick.
It's going to be a goal.
It's a goal to Coots, I think.
Yes, Coots kicks a goal, so it was a free kick play on advantage, and Oscar kicks a goal, and the Dolphins get their second, and they're in front for the first time tonight, 2-1-13 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. South Colac 1-8. And, yeah.
No, look, that was their... Lorne kept their feet really
That's
well.
what I've got to say about that.
Yep, exactly. A break and then another break. But, yeah, definitely Lorne got that through sheer persistence. They kept their feet. They were in the contest really well, used their body and knocked a couple of South Colac guys over. But then the pressure they put on inside the square there to turn the footy over and then run into an open goal was fantastic. Really well done.
Ball thrown up in the middle, and so Lorne get back-to-back goals and put a nose in front for the first time tonight. Heavy tackle there, Monahan fires at the hand pass away to his teammate there. Ball spilled at the back here. Here's a chance for Woods. He goes inside 50 with a chipping ball, but it didn't really favour Donahue. He rides up and applies a good pressure there, but Balderas was too good there in that contest. He just thump along to the wing position. Good use of the body. Good mark taken by Jackson Bright. Class Harvest set a mark of the day. He's too far out to score, though. He's on centre wing here. Coots is deep. Kicks long inside 50. Paddy Bright has to compete. Paddy, boarding it with courage. Sure must take a free kick and he'll get one. Gee, that was good courage there. And that was really, really good play. Bordernet, how many times he's done it over his career, but that's a shocking kick turnover. Bright has the footy. Centres the ball. Louis Hubbard's there to the back. Here's a chance for back. Turn to Shamobba. Should kick a goal, and he does. They make him pay on the turnover, and that's a goal of the day contender.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
The boy from Mornington Peninsula, Jack Turner, kicks his first goal as a Dolphin. And they've kicked the last three, and they open up a nice, handy buffer there, 3-1-19 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. South Colac 1-8. We played 6 minutes in this second quarter, thanks to Minerva Foods. Paul, you just cannot give sides like Lorne a sniff because otherwise they'll hurt you.
No, and Louis Holman there was the unsung hero. Just all he had to do was create a contest. He crashed the pack, ball spilt over the back, and he got onto that and it turned into a pretty easy goal in the end.
Rain's getting heavier here at Stribbling Reserve.
Where's Mickey Roberts? Recruiting from Triple M for the night.
Gardner wins the tap out, got it to Woods, kicked forward for South Colac. Donahue, fresh hand pass, looking for Monahan. He was tackled on the 45 and it'll be a ball up. South into the ground, they're kicking to the grandstand end here. The Dolphins with the last 3 goals of this game. The Rouge only managed 2 goals against them in their meeting last year, the back half of the year at South Colac. Struggling to kick one at the moment. Mumberson was in that ruck duty. Here comes Donahue. Just couldn't take the footy. Turney there with the footy for Lorne. And it'll be another ball up.
Just think South have got to rejig their forward structure right now. They've got Tom McCain deep, but then aside from that, everybody else is pushing up way too high, not allowing to get good, clean footy at all.
Times last year they threw Mitchie Perkins up forward, so I guess that might be the break glass in case of emergency scenario, but here's one that could probably potentially go there. So another ball up here on the 45. Hughes wins the tap out, grabs it, and just bangs it out of the back half of the ground. It's going to roll inside the forward 50. Paddy Bright sends the ball into the right forward pocket. Here's a chance now for Lorne.
He's missed
the lot. It's a behind. I think nothing. It was Turner.
Gee, that was good pressure there by the South Colac defender there. That was saved a certain goal.
Seb Hay again.
Yeah, good is he.
He's a good player, isn't he, Seb Hay?
Just has all the ability, athletic, good size, can play tall, short, just does everything right.
Boundary throwing, though, deep inside Lorne's 50. Right, the boundary line, or the boundary throw is going to drop on the top of the goal square here. Garner punches it beautifully. Here's a chance now for Woodsy, who sold the candy and just went bang to Coxie. Couldn't take the mark. Here's a chance again for the Dolphins. Ball kicked inside the 450. It's going to be marked.
Paddy Bright.
And Paddy Bright, class harvest centre mark of the day.
And he's missed it.
Snapped around the body. He was a bit goal hungry there, Paddy Bright. And he's missed. It's a behind. And they now go to 3 goals, 2-20 on the scoreboard. The Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard, South Colac 1-8.
So both Brights have kicked both their behind so far. As the goes out wide and finds Cox. Closing on 200 games for South Colac. He goes towards the outer wing. Donahue can't have meeting of this. Created a contest there. It's a bit too much for McKean. And he's just slams his fist into the fence for disgust. We'll get a boundary throw in right next to our broadcast area here at Lorne with the rain still hovering around. I just looked at the radar. There is not a lot behind it. So
you keep saying all day, but the rain keeps coming back, Drew.
Yeah, I know. They did say there's meant to be 25 mils of rain today, and we haven't got any of that. Boundary throw in. Ball spilled to the back, Monaghan. Garner. He's immediately tackled by Fox, Turney, and Co. Will get a ball up there, about 55 around from South Colac's goal, who all of a sudden need the next goal just keep themselves noses in themselves in this game here. We've nearly played 10 minutes on the Richardson Real Estate time clock. Like around the footy again that time. Garner got shoved into his back. How's that not a free kick? I wouldn't know. Tierney was dispossessed. And yet they pay that one.
Actually, we're about to get told off just before where we were standing.
Yeah, so Tierney
was officiating umpire.
Yeah. So Tierney goes wide there towards the out of position there. Good mark. Mumberson.
Don't they know who we are?
That's a class A centre mark of the day. That was a ripper. He gets a hand pass away now. Hammond goes short. Downer dropped what he should have taken there. Got up the hand pass away now. They go inside 50. Here's a chance. Monaghan mops up. Has a red on the left in the left foot pocket. Good effort, but just missing.
That would have been a good goal.
Would have been
over the fence, over the back of the net too, so there could be a little bit of a delay here. Kids are onto it.
Going to the school. Just take the footy home.
Just let it.
That would be awkward, wouldn't
Remember that almost footy legend when the kid grabbed the footy after the goal, got on the bike and rode home?
I think I did see one at the MCG the other week. Then,
well, Maxie, you said in the 60s the kids used to pitch
that's
the
it,
footies in
yeah.
the finals.
You watch the old footy replays, grand finals. They used to go through 6 balls a quarter.
I'll tell you, I've seen someone took at the footy at the MCG a few weeks ago. So Coates brings the ball back in. Long kick there. Oh, nearly no mark taken that time there by Manganelli. Ball still in dispute yet again here. Free kick just been picked out, and it's going to go South Colac's way. So it's going to go to Circuit. In fact, it's going to go to Downard. So he's got the kilt ball now. Long kick inside 50. That's a good kick, and Mumberson's marked it in the field of play.
With how many players were in that back half just then, how Mumberson has got space on his own is inexcusable.
He needs a good game against a good side, Mumberson. He's been very good first year in the seniors. Just a bit of confidence about the kid and kicking a few against, definitely the reigning premiers.
So young Bailey Mumberson kicked 26 goals kicked 23 goals in his first senior year. Very talented junior basketballer.
Hard shot, this.
Yeah, it is. So this is not an easy kick in these conditions. 25 metres out. Puts it on its way. That's the ripper! That is an absolute picture-perfect set shot for goal in the left foot pocket. Write that down. It's the goal of the night right there.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
I tell you what, didn't he let the crowd know about it too?
It's on full.
He has just given it to the crowd big time then after he's kicked that. So, you do, as someone who's copped it, you do cop a lot of abuse out of that grandstand up there.
You won't see a better goal than that tonight. 2-3-15 South Colac. Lord of 3-2-20. We're approaching the halfway mark of this second quarter thanks to Minerva Foods. 12.5 played on the Richardson's Real Estate time clock. That is some goal by the young kid.
What are the things they get? What's the worst thing you've been called from that grandstand?
Don't say.
I'm not repeating anything.
Hughes just grabs out of the ruck and he drives it long up towards the 50-metre mark. Ball still in the spear, Paddy Bright. Couldn't quite take it, but grabs on the second attempt. Ball still in the spear here now. Ball spit at the back there. Taken away by Nelson. Good kick inside 50 off the chest of Endicott. Has to come meaning at this, though. He's well wrapped up there by Melgrew. And we're going to get a ball up yet again.
It is Friday night radio, Paul. I don't know if our standard 1 o'clock radio rules apply. Yeah.
We've still,
someone's tuned in to listen to some rap music and we've got the footy on instead.
Stuff for goal. Kicked out there. It's a goal. It's a goal kicked by Coots.
Touched.
Yeah, it's touched.
Oh, players are screaming touch. The goal umpire has frozen.
Yeah, the goal umpire is like a statue.
He doesn't know what's going on.
Liberty, Drew.
He's got a score review.
It's his job to make a decision here, not listen to the players.
It's been given a goal.
Oh, bang.
Well, there you go. The foul umpire has overcorrected him. So with confusion reigns here at Lorne. They go to 4-2.
He wasn't going to make a decision, was he?
Literally halfway through, he had both hands up at shoulder height with the fingers in the air, and he just stayed there.
He was like a statue at the front of the MCG.
Can someone check if he's okay?
Gee whiz. It's all happening. 4-2, 26 to 2-3-15. Halfway through the second quarter. What is going on, AJ?
That's why Stephen Cass celebrates. Even if it's a clear point, he celebrates because you can sometimes change their mind.
Tom Hawkins in 09 hit the post and he celebrated and got a goal out of it, and the Cats won by a goal. How good was that? So free kick will go the way to South Colac. So all of a sudden, a good game's broken out here at Stribbling Reserve. Woods puts it inside the forward 50. Mumberson couldn't take the mark. Big pack around this one, right forward pocket. Turney's there for Lorne. Donahue was fighting for the football, and there'll be a ball up. About 20 out from the Roos goal. 26 plays 15, 11-point ball game here. Friday night footy on MIXX FM for the very first time. Umpire throws it back up. Hughes versus Mumbleson. Two great young players. Here's a chance now for Hetherington. Sends the ball out of defensive 50 for the Dolphins. Bouncing ball. Morrissey. Coots is there. Morrissey tries to go to the football, and he does. He wanted it a little bit more. Disposal wasn't great, but they somehow get out of it. Here's Circuit, the Marnie medalist. Pops it inside the forward 50, looking for his mate Donahue. Couldn't take the mark. Good work there by Turney. Kicks it off the ground. Still a chance here for the Roos. Donahue, well, he couldn't kick it as well. Chance here now for Mumberson. He's tackled, and it'll be a ball up. About 30 out from the Roos goal. It's getting hot in the kitchen now.
It feels like South have really turned a corner here. Starting to get, I feel like they're actually playing better footy, but Lorne just have an answer every single time.
Mumberson punches it forward for the Roos. Donahue's lurking. Coxie snaps. It's going. It's going to go through to the left forward pocket for over behind. Old Coxie would have got that one. Margins now 10 points, 2-4-16. South Colac. Lorne 4-2, 26, 6 scoring shots apiece, 10 points the margin.
15.5 played. So ball will be brought back in by Pazastek. He goes long up towards the outer side. Underneath it there is Hughes. Brought through his fingertips there. Ball spilled to the back. Taken away by Nelson. Good kick up towards half forward looking for Harbour, but it was good defensive work again by South Colac. And they punch it out of play. We'll get a boundary throw. And the game's just sort of opened up the last little while, Paul.
Yeah, it's that little bit of a shift. We're not so congested around the footy. The forwards are actually going to a little bit deeper rather than rolling up high because it's a small ground. So obviously first quarter definitely was very defensive, but they've got to score at some point.
Hughes, ball spilled to the back, Circuit around the footy yet again. Woods got one high, and umpire didn't really see it. He was blindsided. We're going to get a toss back up.
Tyke Foster, one of your mates, giving you some positive feedback on our Facebook page.
Tyke Foster.
You and Pete Mulheron.
So Pete Mulheron's got a story about that too, about Tyke.
He has a story every week about Tyke Foster.
Yeah, free kick, going to go to Lorne for a holding off the football. So free kick.
Tyke Foster, I'm not even going to go there. He doesn't deserve any airtime as far as I'm concerned.
He gets plenty of it, I'll tell you that.
Manganelli goes inside 50, bats a poor kick. And the mark.
We love you, Tyke.
And my Monaghan, he's a good fella. Kicks up towards the wing position there. Larico did really well. Don't know really why he needed to play on, but he's got the footy back, received the hand pass. Just hacks the ball long in towards the centre wing, the position there. But no mark taken there. South mop up through Donahue. His kick was well smothered. Circuit circling around the footy yet again. Likewise, Day. Ball spilled at the back again. Donahue, hand pass to Monaghan, Circuit in fact. Kick to centre half forwards good. Downer got front position, takes the mark, plays on, goes towards Mumberson. Mumberson's there and he's got it.
Well done.
Plays on and kicks his second.
Just did some really good body work there, Mumberson.
This kid is going to be a star of the future. And he kicks his second goal at A contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
It all started by Brad Circuit in the middle of the ground in a contest. And Bailey Mumberson kicks his second in the quarter after he kicked the ripper 5 minutes ago. 7.5 gone in this Minerva Food second quarter on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. They're going to 3-4-22. Trail by 4 points on Lorne, 4-2-26.
So just before the air ball got to him then, right in the air, he's playing on Al Adams, so one of the better defenders in the comp. He has got really good reach. So just stuck out the one arm, fended off Al, protected his space and just fell into his lap. Really well done, Mumberson.
Game on, Friday night footy here at Stribbling Reserve. Hughes wins the tap out. Just every time South Colac sort of looked like they're back, Lorne were able to reply. So what can they do now? 4 points the margin, 26-22. Anzac Day football. Balderas, pin, holding the football. Sorry, it was Hughes. So free kick will go to South Colac. So the littlest man tackled the tallest man. And Monaghan sends the ball. Centre half forward, finds a teammate. So there's a chance now for Woods.
Too slow.
Just outside his kicking distance. Elected to go in short. Wasn't a good kick. The idea was there. Prazaztech Industries takes the mark in the back line for Lorne. He'd make a great business. I tell you what. Probably isn't it?
Join with Stevcom, Maxi.
He sends the ball to centre wing.
Good
Oh,
mark.
great mark there. Fast harvest centre mark of the day to Paddy Bright. And out kicks. Well, it wasn't a great kick.
Oh,
It's
he's
looking
kick-
like to go out of bounce on the full.
He's kicked out to the Great Ocean Road, just about.
So if it goes past that fence down the hill, good luck. You're going to the pub, haven't you? Or to the cinema. So it's gone out of bounds. So a couple of comedy areas there for the Roos and the Dolphins. And it's gone out of bounds. A boundary throwing.
My second ever game as coach, we played here. We had the tents.
Oh, yeah. That's when the grandstand was getting rebuilt.
It was hot. It was just...
Lost by about 20 goals, didn't you?
160 points.
And then...
Knocked them off later.
Knocked him off about 6 weeks later.
Yep.
This is just the fair dinkum turnaround and a half.
Yeah,
the belief you had in that side, Paul. The Ted Lasso type scenario.
Yes, that's right.
One of those days that just everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Ball to be thrown in on centre wing with under 6 to play in this first half. That's a better throwing. Down out easily won the tap. Circuit just hacks a kick forward there. Had a momentary fumble there. Was the Lorne player there. He was tackled. Don't know who wanted to hold the ball, and they're not going to get it. We'll get a ball up. It's good to see Xavier Huxtable advance to the next round at the Whip Curl Pro just up the road at Bells Beach. Knocked out the world number 1 seed, apparently. Circuit around the footy yet again. Comes out now as Seppo kicks it out wide and nearly smashed through the glass and nearly knocked AJ's head off. So the kick to be taken by
Almost endless through.
Oh, I think it would have been a lot lesser from the moment that happened. Gone kicked by Tierney out towards the centre wing position. Nice front and centre work by Endicott. Goes inside 50, but that's a poor entry. And getting mate taking the mark that time was Toddy Bordenette.
Who's number 12 for Lorne? He looks like a DeConning.
He does. He does.
We'll have to look up.
He's not on the Play HQ app, so
okay, we'll go with
call
it.
him DeConning.
Yeah. Good kick finds Coxie. He goes up wide to Monahan and around again. He better be quick with Monahan. That's a good kick. And Donahue on the chest. Marks at 40 metres out on the right half forward flag. And this has a chance to put South Colac back in front.
Does he kick it?
They're getting some clean play, aren't they, Paul?
Yeah, 100%. And that's what's probably got South, I think, in control of the game at the moment. Yeah, they're behind on the scoreboard, but they're just playing the better footy and this smart play.
Should kick it.
Donahue, man on the mark about 40 metres out. He's already kicked one. He kicked the first of the game. A bit further out from 45. Puts it on its way. Made good connection of it, but it's just missing to the right, through for a behind. He's got 1-1 this evening, so they go to 3-5-23 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Trail Lorne by 3 points, 4-2-26. We're inside the last 5 minutes of what has been an interesting first half. This second quarter's much more free-flowing footy about it. As Bazastek brings the ball back in the play, and he's going to go out wide. Went through the fingertips there. Stayed in play. Woods received the hand pass. Good handball over the top there. Sweetenham took one on too many. Should have been on the footy. How was that not on the ball? There was 3 umpires there. Ball still in the spit. Hacked forward by Woods, looking towards the left forward pocket. And it's gone out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in. Gee, the umpire just stood there and just let it all happen, Paul.
Yeah, it's a pretty hot ball, though, so it'll be a pretty brave call to pay one of them, but because it's pretty slippery conditions, so it just fumbled out of their hands.
Boundary throw in right in front of Bay 13 here at Stribbling Reserve.
Gee, imagine when it gets to the last quarter and a couple other beers into their hands to a lot of people.
South Colac into the ground. They've been pressing this quarter. Is it going to be a rethrow?
Yes, it is.
So 3 points to margin. We had 1 goal apiece in the first quarter. It's been 3 goals to 2 in favour of Lorne in this term.
Countdown clock, yes or no?
I like it as a commentator, but I guess the anticipation in a close game, you don't want it either. Mumberson, the old 5-minute warning on Channel 10 was a good thing back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. I like to know what's going on.
We have countdown clocks all on the TVs now, so we're all used to it. Boundary throwing. Hughes wins the tap out. Left forward pocket. Foley's lurking. So's Monahan. Chancing now for that DeConning guy again.
He looks like him, doesn't he?
He does. I just reckon it's Sam DeConning out there.
It is.
Or one of the younger ones. He's got about 10 brothers, doesn't he?
Free kick being picked out as well.
And the free kick's going to go to South Colac to Zachy Day. Gets the hand pass over the top to his teammate. And Coxie kicks a goal.
Bang!
Turning back the clock, Benny Cox.
Oh, hang on.
What's going on here? There's a conference.
Uh-oh.
Are we going upstairs? What's happening?
Uh-oh, Paul, what's going on?
She's paid out of bounds.
I reckon he handballed the ball out of the starting field. So
one of his great turn back the clock moments, and
ruined.
It's going to be ruined.
Coxie.
Gee.
Oh, no.
I tell you what.
All clear.
They've done
they're
it.
giving it.
Gee, it's all happening here at Stribbling Reserve. It's a goal at 8 Pretender.
Gee,
A
what is going
Westvic
on?
Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
At the great words of Mickey Roberts, I'm confused.
Indeed.
3 points the margin, Roos. 4-5-29, Lorne 4-2-26. We've got a game, Friday night football on Anzac Day here at Stribling Reserve on MIXX FM.
That'll be a watch this space when the umpires get together here. There's obviously an observer here, so I'm very interested to see what the feedback is from that.
Tell you what, imagine South Colac lose by a goal with the handball went out.
However, they've had a conference, they had a chat just to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, I think
got the result done just to make sure it was all
I
good.
think, in fairness, I think she was a long way away off the ball. So
Yeah.
I think it's like
Sort of
Colac
a
has
rash
prevailed.
decision. They had a nice little 30-second powwow.
Yeah, that's how it should be done. None of the
They probably
technology.
both went, I have no idea. Give it a go.
Ball thrown up. Hughes trapped out of the ruck, but he's dispossessed that time there. Taylor was tackled immediately. We'll get a ball up here. So South have got a real sniff about him at the moment.
The last 10 minutes they've been really on, haven't they?
Ball thrown up here. Coots has been followed like a glove by Larico. Monahan's certainly been busy in the last 5 minutes. Likewise, Circuit. Woods, Circuit. Like he does so many occasions, they tried to bust his way through. And we're going to get a ball up on the cricket wicket area.
I love the forward set up here of Lorne. Have a look at the big straight line from full forward to centre half forward. Allows players to go either way, opens everything right up.
One down by Hughes, just punches it forward for his side. Melgrew couldn't quite gets the hand pass out just in the nick of time. Coming through in the back of the square, Bazastic, he lays a heavy tackle on Morrissey. Turney dispossessed out of it. Fox just hacks the kick forward out towards left half forward. Hammond should pick up the footy there, just paddles it forward there. He's kicked off the ground, they won't deliver it, and they're not going to get a boundary throw. It would have been deliberate last Friday, and Albion Colac Imperials.
He was thinking about it, don't worry about that.
Oh, yeah, that Lockie Mulder one where he smothered the kick and it went paid deliberate.
So, boundary throw. 2 minutes to go in this first half. It's South Colac with the last couple. Mumberson's got a couple. Coots has kicked 2 goals in this, both, all of them in the second quarter. Boundary throwing here. Coots doing Hughes doing the ruck work. Beating that time to it by Garner. Coming through that time there was Turner. Got the hand pass somehow. So you can tell South Colac's pressure is lifted though, but it comes at the back to Taylor. Taylor's kicked looking for Paddy Bright. Mark just inside the field of play.
He's a player, this guy, isn't he?
No, he's a superstar.
Yeah, he's going to
class over
Central Reserve in the finals time. He's going to line it up.
He's going to go play on now and he's going to drop it to about 20 out from goal. Where's the pack of players surrounding the footy here? Numbers at the back here for Lorne if they can get it. Oh, that's a kick in danger. Shot on goal for Lorne.
Absolutely there.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
I haven't paid them since 1982.
When you've got big arms like Louis Holmer, and you've got your hands on the footy and someone tries to kick it out of him.
And Louis Holmer, 15 metres out directly in front. And this will put Lorne back in front over a minute remaining in this first half. It's great to see him back. He's pretty much a new recruit for him.
He is.
Yeah, so people seem to forget how good of a player he really is. And Louis sets it straight through the middle.
It's in your house, mate.
He's gone in the balcony.
And that ball's not coming back for a month of Sundays. Louis Holman kicks his first goal of the day, contender, and they go to 5-2-32. South 4-5-29. We're playing nearly 27 minutes in this manoeuvre food second quarter, which has pretty much had it all. Greg Allen, Farm Machinery scoreboard.
Has been a good quarter of footy.
It really has.
Scoring.
And considering the rain picked up halfway through, the skills have been good. But look, it's good for both clubs now to just really open this game up, allow some free-flowing footy.
That's the first goal in 21 minutes too, Lorne.
Yeah, well, there you go. So they had to run early, but yeah, definitely South have had everything for them. But
They got that football back pretty quick, Drewy.
What's that?
They got the footy back pretty quick. I thought we were going to wait till
They
Sunday.
found it in your spa, Maxie.
Yeah, did they?
You got plenty of kids there, so they've done a good
true.
job. What? They should give them a pie or something.
Yeah. I think they do.
Max has got kids there. Or?
No, just plenty of kids over the fence. Wasn't well timed.
Keep going, boys.
Ball kicked off the ground there by Woods. It's gone inside the forward half. Here's Alex Adams. Sends the ball to half, from half forward to the centre wing. Good mark in the middle of the ground here by Hammond. Hammond now kicks the centre half forward, looking for a teammate there. Mumberson couldn't take the mark. Here's a chance now again for the Roos. They bang it inside the forward 50.
Oh.
Couldn't take the clean mark there, and it's going to be a ball up in the left forward pocket.
I think that surprised him. It just about fell in his lap.
Yeah.
He just had to just hold on to it on the second bite, and it just spelled.
Well, we've seen a bit of that. The ball is slippery, so it's hard to take that clean mark. Hughes wins the tap out. I think it's Stevens who's tackled him. Another ball up left forward pocket for the Roos. 32 plays 29. About 20 seconds to go in the first half. It's been a great Friday night football first half here at Stribling Reserve. Another ball up left forward pocket.
That should be it, so we'd think.
Yeah, unless a free kick is called here.
Or a Jackie Chang type shot for goal. Turney's going to get it. Kick was smothered. Goes towards the boundary. And there's your half-time siren.
Oh, good game of footy, boys.
Cracking half. It was 4-3 that quarter. And the Lorne Football Club lead by 3 points, 5-2-32 to 4-5-29. Oscar Coots has got 2 goals for the Roos. Bailey Mummerson's kicked 2 goals for the Dolphins. Bailey Mummerson's kicked 2 for the Roos. We'll take a break. We'll have our half-time break. We'll have the StevCom stats, think order around the grounds, Theodore Podiatry Group netball scores, and hopefully a cracking second half of football. So stay tuned here on MIXX FM.
On MIXX FM, this is CDFNL Live.
Use your food and garden bin correctly to create compost and mulch. Learn more at colacotway.vic.gov.au.
McDonald's Colac, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
There is only one Australian flag that represents all Australians. We don't need to be welcome to our own country. Vote 1, Trumpet of Patriots.
Authorised by Sue Ellen Wrightson for the Trumpet of Patriots Gold Coast.
Nothing beats the sizzle of lamb on the barbecue. Juicy, tender and packed with flavour. Whether it's a Sunday roast or a midweek feast, lamb is always the right choice for your dinner table. If you're looking for a sizzling career opportunity, Minerva Foods, Colac's largest employer, is hiring. Join the team that brings quality meat to tables worldwide every day. Reach out to the Minerva Foods recruitment team today.
Your little one likes to move, so let them. Blue Water's Toddler Play Gym program is here. Designed for kids up to 5 years old, these sessions explore gymnastics and acrobatic movements, building confidence, creativity and problem-solving skills while having a blast. Join Blue Water on Tuesday and Thursday mornings for a 45-minute session and at $10 a class with no lock-in commitment. Parents will love it too. Bookings essential, to be made with the friendly customer service team. Parental involvement required. Blue Water, something for everyone.
Corio Bay Sports Treatment Clinic, supporting the injured footballers and netballers of Colac and District. Meet physio Liam's and Paddy. Liam's experience includes working with the Ballarat Rebels. Liam brings elite-level recovery and rehab principles to the clinic. If you're struggling to perform at your best, the clinic's return to sport protocols and strength testing technology is the place to start. Liam will help you return to your sport as quickly as possible. Call Corio Bay Sports Treatment Clinic or book online today.
Mowers are in stock and available now from Mark Benton Farm Machinery Repairs Simpson, your authorised Ferris and Victor dealer. Ferris and Victor zero-turn mowers offer a smoother ride, delivered by 2 or 4-wheel independent suspension together with a steel fabricated deck. Both brands are quality built and made in the USA. They also carry a range of belts and blades for other mower brands and stock a large range of 4-ply and 6-ply ATV and side-by-side tyres. Mark Benton Farm Machinery, 580 Sunday Ridge Road, Simpson.
Looking for building materials? Look to E&RA Parlour Home Hardware of Simpson. Find a huge range of timber, roofing, plumbing and electrical lines. Delivering to Compton, Timboon, Princetown and Port Campbell. Parlour's Home Hardware, Barrelmore Street, Simpson.
Maximise efficiency during feeding time with the all-new Macintosh Combi Pro Wagon Series from Swain & McCabe. Designed to handle all types of round and large square bale feeding, pit silage and more. An easy-to-use hydraulic system gives the operator greater control. From 14 to 21 cubic metres, these combi wagons will suit a host of requirements. Spend less time feeding with an efficient system from Macintosh and Swain & McCabe, your Colac farm machinery specialists.
Taste that habanero hot and crispy high at KFC. Grab 6 pieces of golden mouth-watering chicken with a feisty habanero kick. Not everywhere and not forever.
Keep plastics like stickers and pots out of your food and garden bin. Clean compost starts with you.
Powered by KFC Colac, FSR Equip and Sports Power Colac. This is CDFNL Live.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football on this Anzac Day night, what you want to call it there, and we have got ourselves a ripping second half coming up. It's half-time, and it's Lorne with their noses in front, 5-2-32 to South Colac, 4-5-29. The goal kicker so far has got him updated on the Play HQ app. Jesse Middleton, Bailey Dan Verhavel, Oscar Coots and Jack Turner, while for South Colac, Bailey Mummerson has 2 and singles to Benny Cox and Adam Donahue who kicked the first goal. He kicked the first goal of the game. Around the courts thanks to Theodore Podiatry Group, and it got really tight at the end. South Colac led as much as by 8 or 9 at one stage, and then Lorne comes storming home Unfortunately, they just fell short by 2 goals. South Colac 49, defeated Lorne 47. So South Colac survive a bit of a scare from the fast-finishing Dolphins, but no doubt they're going to be very, very competitive in 2025 because it's a very, very open competition in the Ogro Network. But it's a good game here between these two premiership contenders, so I'm looking forward to what the second half is going to produce here. It's half-time, as you mentioned. We'll go some StevCom stats thanks to AJ Brody.
Yeah, really interesting to look at the StevCom stat sheet at half-time, boys. As far as the free kicks go, 13 in that first half for Lorne, 16 to South Colac. As far as the hit-outs go, big moves, boy, James Hughes, 25 hit-outs to half-time, 5 also to Fraser Balderas on Lorne side of things. On South Colac's side of things, Matt Garner, 11. Zach Downard's also had 1, and Bailey Mumberson has 6 hit-outs. He's done a bit of ruck work today. Major stats winners for the Lorne side, 10 to Al Adams in that first half, 9 kicks, 1 handball and 4 marks. Apart from him, it's all single digits. Couple on 8. Jack Turner, 7 kicks, 1 handball, 4 marks. Jesse Middleton, 5 kicks, 3 handballs, no marks. On South Colac's side of things, some big numbers, Paul. 14 to Adam Donahue, 10 kicks, 4 handballs, couple of marks. 14 to Josh Woods, 11 kicks, 3 handballs, 1 mark. 14 to Brad Circuit, 6 kicks, 8 handballs, 1 mark. 13 to Brendan Monahan, 8 kicks, 5 handballs, 5 marks. Now, looking at those numbers, Paul, South Colac, a lot of their midfielders are getting plenty of the football. They control possession. Have they not been able to put it on the scoreboard? And is the game still open, do you feel, for Lorne to swoop in this second half?
100% it's open for Lorne to swoop in. Absolutely it is. What is going on, though, is that the Lorne are getting numbers back in defence. So every time South are going forward, it's a contested mark, and a ball gets spilt to the ground, and it's being cleared by Lorne really well. By weight of numbers that quarter, then South probably had the momentum and the control of the game for probably 75% of that quarter. But again, probably didn't get that bang for their buck purely because Lorne are setting up really well defensively, but also the quality of the ball going inside has been pretty poor at times.
So, yeah, I think you make a real good point there as well. But really good to see Bailey Mumberson having a couple of really big moments in the second quarter. He needed to go back and kick that tough goal, which he absolutely didn't he let the crowd know about, which I love because you need that in country footy there. In the AFL, he would have done that, would have got crucified. But that's what I love about him. He should have had 3 on the board, but I like his presence up forward, Paul.
And he's starting to become a really big problem for Lorne. He actually uses his body really well, and he leads up with the footy, and he's starting to become a target and a focal point for him. A couple of times he's run underneath the ball, so just had to slow down a little bit and get his timing right a little bit better in that front. But he's playing on some really good defenders, and he's starting to have an impact, which is really good to see.
Paul, in this second half, are you expecting guys like Oscar Coots, who we know are proven ball winners in the CDFNL, to really stamp their authority on this game for Lorne, or do you feel like South Colac can still keep their head above water and do really well in this game?
I think the game will actually open up a little bit. It's definitely the rain has subsided here for the time being. It's just really lightly spitting, and the game's in the balance. So definitely Lorne, their midfielder's going to really want to stand up here and get involved. But in saying that, I don't think South have really hit their straps either. So I think we're actually going to be in for a really entertaining last half of footy.
Yeah, so if you were a coach of Ed Curnow or Brad Circuit, would you make any adjustments to your make, or you just keep it as simple as possible?
Definitely. I'll probably play Mumberson a little bit closer to goal. Being a smaller ground, what you want is for him to be receiving the footy probably inside that 30-metre bubble. I think Lorne have made a really good adjustment with their forward structure. I really love that straight line structure that they're running at the moment, and they're incredibly well drilled. That actually stay in that structure too. They don't deviate from it. And they're obviously playing a little bit deeper. We're definitely, and I've probably harped on about a little bit, the first half there, we had 36 blokes sitting on top of the footy and it made for some pretty ugly watching. But for us right now, if I was coaching, I would definitely be encouraging to change some angles, to look on the inside, move the ball, take some risks, because if those risks pay off, you've got a free and open entry going forward, and that's prime real estate, particularly in this game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a small ground, so it can get congested at times. So, yeah, having free real estate is so important here at Stribling Reserve, Drew.
Yeah, a couple of games ago around the grounds quickly before we take a break, thanks to Think Water. As I said, game at the MCG in front of over 92,000 brave the elements in the MCG. And it was a good game up to half-time. Essendon were right in the game, and then Colac ran away with it. They make it a 6th consecutive win, and they are building up, and they're in really good form. 16-11-107 to 10-6-66 to the Bombers. Jamie Allett finishing with 5. We're good to see him. It's a bit of return to form. More Steel Sidebottom was named the Anzac Day medalist for the second time after winning it in 2016. Unfortunately, Dan McStay was subbed out during the third quarter. It appears to be a knee injury, so hopefully nothing too serious. He was already had a knee reconstruction about 12 months ago there too. In the GFL today, it was St Joey's 98-62 defeated South Barwon 6-15-51. In the BFL game in Drysdale 15-18-108 defeated Port Arlington 6-9-45. Newcombe 2 behinds, Ocean Grove 1 behinds. The game's just got underway there. And Inverlead defeated Bannockburn by 3 points in the GDFL. The game between Fremantle and Adelaide to get underway in the next hour or so. So we'll keep you updated here on CDFNL Live. But as I just mentioned, the netball here was South Colac 49, defeating a fast-finishing Lorne 47 after the margin was nearly 10 goals at one stage during the second half. So Lorne have done a really good job, but South Colac win their second consecutive win after losing the opening round game against the Colac Imperials. We'll take a break here on CDFNL Live, back with a massive second half. There's plenty to play for on this special occasion on Friday Night Football under the lights. It's Lorne 5-2-32, South Colac 4-5-29. Back with the Sports Power Colac third term after this from Stripling Reserve.
On MIXX FM, this is CDFNL Live. You just never know what you'll hear on MIXX Brecky Jr. We're always kept on our toes.
So you just wrist someone up. So say if you're like, oh, you're from Tennessee because you're only 10 IC.
Just quickly, they're still together? Everything's going well there?
No, they broke up. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then he got together with the new girl, then they broke up again.
If you know someone who would love to co-host on MIXX Brecky, enter them now at mix1063.com.au. MIXX Brecky Jr.
G'day, it's Chris from Westvic Garage Doors. We install sectional doors, roller doors and shutters. Ask about our smartphone control kits for remote access. And remember, annual servicing ensures warranty and safety.
Westvic Garage Doors, the MIXX FM Business of the Month.
Sick of waiting for that tradie to come around? They've been promising to get there for weeks. Don't worry anymore. You now only need one local guide to help you find the one. southwesttradies.com.au.
Nothing beats the sizzle of lamb on the barbecue. Juicy, tender and packed with flavour. Whether it's a Sunday roast or a midweek feast, lamb is always the right choice for your dinner table. If you're looking for a sizzling career opportunity, Minerva Foods, Colac's largest employer, is hiring. Join the team that brings quality meat to tables worldwide every day. Reach out to the Minerva Foods recruitment team today.
McDonald's Colac, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Prep for your Tassie trip at the Ponds Hotel. Open daily from 9am. It's the ideal stop before the ferry. Bistro open 11:30am to 8:30pm, offering spacious dining, value meals, kids play area, sports bar and ample parking. The ultimate pre-travel spot, Princess Highway, Warn Ponds.
A Trumpet of Patriots government that I lead will abolish HECS and forgive all student loans. We'll make education free. Vote 1, Trumpet of Patriots.
Authorised by Sue Ellen Wrightson for the Trumpet of Patriots Gold Coast.
Ben Spokes at We Spoke Insurance Specialists can come to you with the ideal insurance to protect what matters most. You'll get market-leading personal service and advice with We Spoke Insurance Specialists. Find them on Facebook. Authorised representative of PSC Connect Proprietary Limited. Please consider all terms and conditions.
Discover a smarter, faster, greener way to build with Echidna Built, a new standard in modular construction. Eco-friendly, high-quality modular buildings, tailored solutions for modern living and working. Perfect for expanding your home or growing your business. Design options range from 1 and 2 bedroom second dwellings or 2, 3 and 4 bedroom homes. Crafted with meticulous detail, every module blends modern aesthetics with sustainable practices. echidnabuilt.com.au, part of the CMTP Group.
When durability meets style, Premium Group Painting delivers. As Dulux accredited painters, they specialise in a Vista epoxy flake flooring, the perfect solution for high traffic areas that need to look great and last. From garages that need a tough oil-resistant finish, to workshops built for heavy-duty use, to showrooms and commercial spaces that demand a sleek, professional look. Upgrade your floors with Premium Group Painting, built to perform, designed to impress. Find them on Facebook today.
G'day, Jason here from Assassin's Weed and Vermin Control. Don't let capeweed, dock or any pest weeds or insects take over your property. Let Assassins take care of all your boom spraying needs. So give weeds and vermin the big A. Call Assassins today, 0418 133 167.
Tim Boone Motors are now Mahindra dealers. Mahindra have a great range of sport utility vehicles engineered for adventure with a 7-year warranty and roadside assist on most models. Mahindra, rugged, reliable and excellent value. Test drive today at Tim Boone Motors, LMCT 2032.
Quality and professional earth moving solutions, that's LGK Earthworks, a family-run business tackling your rural, civil and landscaping projects. For a free, no-obligation quote, lgkearthworks.com.au. Check out their exceptional eye for detail on Instagram.
Powered by KFC Colac, FSR Equip and Sports Power Colac. This is CDFNL Live.
Yeah, Friday night lights here at Stribling Reserve on this special occasion. It is Anzac Day, our first CDFNL Anzac Day game live on CDFNL Live, and it's been a beauty so far. Lorne lead by 3 points, 5-2-32. South Colac 4-5-29. We're about to kick off in the second half. And, it's going to be a big one. South Colac, that last 15 minutes of that second quarter, Paul Listro, they were on. They just couldn't really 100% capitalise. But when they got a goal, it felt like Lorne just were able to reply.
100%, and that's probably experience too. Lorne have been a very good side for a very long time, and I think there's a lot more upside to Lorne's game at the moment than what there is to South. South are playing some really good footy, but I just think the opportunity for Lorne here to really step up and click into gear, I think it's going to make for a really good half of footy.
Are you looking at anyone in particular from Lorne, Paul?
I think, like you said earlier, it's their whole midfield brigade right now. So in that quarter, then you had Woodsy get busy. Brennan Monaghan started to get really busy. Circuit started getting busy. So really, that means that the Lorne mids have got to stand up and really start putting their stamp on this game.
Looks like Hughes is starting deep in the goal square for Lorne, and I think it might be Balderas is doing the ruck work. So that could be.
Does a fair bit of ruck work, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was good in that final when Lorne came from the clouds.
Yeah, that last quarter, he was huge.
He's got their lights on.
Oh, yeah, they need to tone it down a bit. So the third quarter about to get underway in Sports Power Colac.
Yeah, they got the high beams right on centre wing.
First pet of our CDFNL Live doubleheader.
I'm like a bug staring at those lights.
The
scoreboard's not much better.
I know, if you're on the other side, yeah.
At Jellybrand tomorrow for their big 125th anniversary. Otway District's taking on Apollo Bay. It's a good round of footy in netball too, because you've got Irwar back and Simpson should be a beauty. Imson Berry should be a beauty as well, and they'll be taking on the Western Eagles. So here we go, second half underway.
That's not going to be a beauty, Drew?
No, I don't think it will be, unfortunately, but you never know. Footy's a funny game sometimes, and the ball will be thrown up back in the centre of the ground here to kick things started in this third term. Keeping on some notable position change with no Hughes starting in the goal square. Hay just hacks the kick out of the defensive D. It was partly smothered, the boot bouncing towards the boundary field, towards the right half forward flank. And Nelson is happy to see it go over and boundary throw. And I'm a bit disappointed, Maxie, that there's no taboogie going down the hill.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I'm disappointed.
Apparently they've banned it. Not giving kids any cardboards anymore.
Oh.
That's probably fair enough.
Oh, no, there was some pretty good action going on an Easter Saturday late in the game. It gets a little bit one-sided.
AJ, have you had a go at it?
No.
Woods has kicked it, and the mark taken by Jesse Middleton because his brother Ted doing some good things at the VFL at Footscray. Good hands by Paddy Bright. Class Harbour centre mark of the day.
I reckon he's one that could break this game apart, Paddy Bright.
And he's played on. Long kick in towards the 50. Hughes had no chance there, really. And standing there and taking a good mark was Perkins in his first game for the year.
So Perkins, back pocket, kick short, finds a Zachy Day on Anzac Day. He's got the footy. That wasn't meant to be funny, guys.
Yeah, AJ.
That was a good call, Maxie.
Now I've lost my train of thought. Thanks,
Middleton
AJ.
got one high. And he's going to get a free kick there. In fact, it's McMillan. So McMillan's now got the free kick. Centre wing broadcast side of the ground here. Early stage in this second half. Kicks long up towards the half forward zone. Border net. Good punch away that time. Run looking for Woods. In fact, the ball's beat him to it. Boundary throwing, that is. Boundary throw. It'll take place right next to him.
All right, I'm back, Drew.
Yeah, take it away, mate. I don't know what AJ was laughing about.
Zip him up.
Anzac Day. I like it.
All right, boundary throwing. Balderas up against Gardner, right in front of our commentary position. We're in the old scoreboard here at Stribling Reserve. Another boundary throwing.
I think you had too many Weet-Bix this morning for breakfast.
Well, it's been a bit too long since breakfast, Drew. It's worn out.
That was a wild throw, put it that way.
Umpire throws it back in. Garner wins the tap out. He grabs it out of the ruck. Nick Newey style. Ball kick forward for South Colac here. Chance Woods is lurking. Good work here. It's Gosker Coots, one of the great players of last year. Kicks it now out on the other side. Trying to go to the football. There was Harrison Taylor. BT's other son. We had Jesse play here a couple of years ago.
Free kick. It's
going to be a free kick to Lorne.
Against Border net, I think. No, the other way.
No, it's going to go to border net.
I thought they had a good hold of each other, but...
Goes by hand. What can the Roos do through Mulgrew? Kick the centre half forward. No one can take the mark. Chance for Hetherington. Couldn't gather the football on the outer side. On the home of the Toboggan. But no toboggan at the moment.
The bobsleigh?
Yeah.
We might as well call it the toboggan
I used to give
bobsleigh.
out the slab cardboard boxes, Paul, on Easter Saturday, and the kids go down that hill, and it was pretty fun to watch.
It'd be fun to watch, but geez, the ambulance, Victoria.
Yeah, no, they're on. That's why I think they've called it.
As Woods has got the free kick in.
Well, they closed that hill when they were making redoing this, and it just stopped after that.
As
Redoing
Woods
the big centre here.
Receives the 1-2 from Hay. Kicks up to looking for Cox. Went through his fingertips. Knocked out of there by Lorne, but it's coming back. And guess who? Toddy Bordenet takes another intercept mark. I reckon he's taken about 10,000 of them in his career. That's a lot. And he's going to go towards the centre wing position here. Hay underneath the footy there. Created a contest. Got punched the ball away. Coots overran the footy that time there. Hay should get a free kick, I reckon, in which he will.
But again, just going down the line, change the direction, come back inboard, go out the other side, do something different.
Good kick into the corridor and finds Coxie. He's 2.5 kicks from goal. He's going to go long up towards the forward zone. Mummerson was held, I reckon, but umpire didn't say it, but that's a good mark. That's a really good mark there in the fence for the Dolphins, and they're going to clear it out of the fence. And the mark taken by Louis Coates.
Louis Coates has got it. Back pocket, left forward pocket for the Roos. Back pocket for the Dolphins. His kick though was smothered. Here's a chance. Coates is under pressure here. Is he going to rush it behind? He does. And they go to 4-6-30 South Colac. The first score of the second half goes to the Roos. 2 points margin. Lorne 5-2-32. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. We've got 16 to go.
There's my biggest pet hate is kicking in and out of the mark. Just should not happen.
No, I agree with
Ball
you.
kicked out of defensive 50. Big pack around this one. Roos want to go back forward through Woods. Kick to the right forward pocket here. They're getting repeat entrances again. Chancey now through, I think it was Prezani.
Cox,
it's gone out of bounds. Boundary thrown in the right forward pocket. But they are getting repeat entrances. I reckon every time they go inside forward 50 Lorne once, I reckon South go about 4 times. They just can't get that big mark, can they?
They're just setting up really well defensively. They're not allowing Lorne any easy exits, and they're just turning the ball over.
So
in really
South better be
spots.
careful. The ball clears out the other end because Oscar Coots is no player anywhere near him at the other end.
They want a free kick here, the Roos.
Oh.
And there's going to be a free to South out of this stoppage.
For a throw.
And is it going to Joshy Woods?
Not much signalling going on here.
No one knows what's going on.
Nah.
I thought it was a lot to throw, so free kick was there.
So Josh Woods now to put South Colac back in front. Bit of an angle. He's about 25 metres out from goal. I think he's the greatest set shot. He goes back and he kicks the goal though. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. And the Roos are back in front here. We've got a great ball game here. Friday night football on MIXX FM. South Colac 5-6-36. Lorne 5-2-32. 15 minutes to go on the Richardson Real Estate time clock. Sports Power Colac third quarter. Go in and say g'day to the Wiz.
What a man too. The Wiz.
Oh, what a man.
Yeah,
Legend.
And buy a few things too, mate.
Yeah, that's true. And on Monday, say g'day to Pete Mulheron's wife.
Trish.
Who wouldn't let Pete come out and play tonight, FYI. That's why he's not here tonight.
Gee, I don't think she would talk to you tomorrow when you see, or next time you see a ball thrown up again here, and there's a little bit of g'day, how you going in the middle there between Monaghan and Fox.
Always is. It's lovely. It's one of the best things about watching Brendan Monaghan. Does not take a backward step.
Thrown up now, Hughes won the tap down. And there's that bloke we just talked about, Monaghan. Just sent us to kick to centre half forward there. Dana got bits to it, couldn't take the mark, but lays a heavy tackle. Ball spilled at the back to Evans, but he's pressured as he kicked, and Monaghan again, apparently was touched at the boot. He ran himself in all sorts of trouble, but the hand pass was a ripper under pressure to Woods. Woods' kick up towards the right half forward's a beauty. Mark being taken there. They're going to go forward there. Kick needs to hit, but it doesn't. What they can do on the counter attack here, Lorne. Hetherington, hand passed away. A long kick out of the congestion by Coates. Bouncing footy towards the boundary towards right half forward. Paddy Bright, can he keep it in? No, he can't. Boundary throw in. Between and half forward for Lorne. 36 plays 32. 7 gone on the Richardson's Real Estate time clock in the Sports Power Colac third term. As we mentioned, it'll be at Jellybrand tomorrow. On air from 1 o'clock between Otway Districts and Apollo Bay. Boundary throw in. Garner doing the ruck work against Hughes. I think Hughes got a fingernail under that one. Garner goes in and under, trying to trade this contest there. Placed, gone on, spills to the back there. Hand pass by Brazzani was a bit hot there for Foley. Holmer couldn't quite pick it up cleanly. Goes back and after it again. Free kick is going to go to Holmer. Against Bordernet in the centre of the ground. So Louis Holmer is in the smack bang in the centre of Stribling Reserve. It's a pretty crowded forward line, so he's trying to find a target. Bryce Jackson, that's underneath. But was he interfered with? I thought he was, but not according to the umpire. Larico slipped over and he's happy to see this ball go out, which he does. Boundary thrown right next to the right behind post at the school end of the ground here at Stribling Reserve. So good opportunity here for the Dolphins to get themselves back in front of this contest.
So boundary throwing grandstand side of the ground here. It's looking a bit chockers at the moment. No one wants to sit in the out of the outer, but they're all here under the cover at the moment, trying to keep out of the rain. Here's a chance right at the top of the goal square. Louis Holmer's trying to gather the football, but he can't. And it'll be another ball up. Roos lead this one by 4 points. Into the third quarter, early stages. Fire throws back up. Garner wins the tap out. Trying to protect their defensive goal here. Zach Day's on ground level. Monahan picks up the football. Got the hand pass out. Looking for Sweetener. And it'll be a ball up. Little Brady Sweetnam, sorry.
Sweetenham.
Garner punches the ball forward, and it's going to be a free kick to...
Lorne free kick.
Lorne to Hughes.
No one had any idea what was going on just then.
Now, James Hughes set the record with the hitouts against Garner last year, didn't they?
73,
didn't he? Yeah, in that really wet, boggy day at South Colac.
Stoppage after stoppage,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Drew?
Like even Cox is having a bit of play right in front of us.
So here's a free kick for Merv's boy. He was such an improving player the last couple of years. A goal kicker, and then he got moved into the ruck and a big game against Levi there and really changed the outcome of Lorne's structure in the 2025 or 2024 season in their premiership. This to give the Dolphins back the lead. That kick. He kicked that, Drewy, like
Cow like a cup of tea.
as the Roos try and clear out a defensive 50 here.
That was an absolute shank.
It wasn't good. Normally he's a good kick. So the Roos now, they work it out of defensive 50. Bouncing ball here. Here's the chance now again through Morrissey, but Hetherington with the footy sends it back inside the forward 50. Bright. Fox is lurking. So is Prazzani and Holmer. And we get boundary thrown in the left forward pocket for the Dolphins right in front of Bay 13. 5-2-32 Lorne, 5-6-36 South Colac. And we've got just over 12 minutes to go in the Sports Power Colac third quarter.
They're putting a lot of work in the Cooter off the footy as well, with Larico followed him like a glove. Boundary throw in there. The ball was a bit too deep for everybody. Here's Bright. Hand passed away. Middleton has a pick from 35, and he's missed to the right just. One behind. He's already kicked 1-1, and that would have been a serious team lift of that one. So that takes him on to 5-3-33 to 5-6-36 as Hammond marks from the kick in. Oh, he got out of jail just. He runs his full measure. Kicks towards Cox there. He's in a one-on-one. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant mark by Coxie. Class Harbour centre mark of the day against Balderas. It was a very, very hard ball to mark that in these conditions. He goes inboard. He finds Stevens on the edge of the square. He gives it off by hand to Melgrew. Better be careful. He gets around one nicely. It's back to Hammond. Hacks the kick inside. 50 deep into attack. Mummerson around again. Mullenflag taken there. I think it's Hay,
Yeah,
is it?
Sebi Hay.
Sebi Hay is ducked forward. And he'll go back and have a shot on a slight angle from about 25 out. That was the first time tonight, Paul, that's gone one end of the other with a bit of ease.
100%. And what it was is just using a bit of clear space. Kick it out in front of a player like Ben Cox. He takes a good, smart mark, moves the ball inside, and allows someone like Seb Hay to sneak forward here, and he should kick this.
Early kicked the 8 goals in his 76th game for Seb Hay. Very good in a win against the Colac Imperials. Kick on the way, and he has sprayed it horribly.
Mozzed him.
Just sneaks in for
He's a
behind.
backman, Paul. Can't trust him in front of the big sticks.
So that takes him on the 5 goals, 7-37. Lorne a 5-3-33. Margins 4 points, 12-minute mark of this third term. Long kick in that time there for the Sander Conning lookalike. That's a good grab by him, actually. Class Harbour centre mark of the day. He quickly plays on towards half forward. Paddy Bright got in front of Jenna Day. Good. That's Bright somehow marked it. Class Harbour centre mark of the day. His brother's on. Oh, he did really well, but he did a bit too much. Hand pass to Holmer. He's under a bit of pressure. Back to Paddy Bright, but done holding the footy was Holmer. And he's going to win himself a free kick as Paddy Bright and Zach Day share pleasantries.
Seeing the South Colac fans up and about. You feel like this is a South Colac home game at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of that. So the umpire, Paul Brazzani's got the kick. He's got to go back around the mark.
So Prazzani back pocket. Good couple of plays there. Lorne moved the ball pretty easy, and then the South Colac defence, Prazzani kicks to centre win. Garner's going to get the free kick here against Hughes.
He's been good tonight.
It's been a much evener battle between those two than it was, as I said, when Hughes, he broke the record of hit-outs on CDFNL Live.
Oi.
Ball kick now. Was looking for Foley. Got eased underneath it. Here's a chance for Balderas. Hand passes to Brzezinski. Sold a bit of candy. How good was that? And he found Oscar Coots, who plays on in front of Mulgrew. Coots puts it inside the forward 50. Can he find a target? Holman was there. But it's gone through for a boundary throwing.
Nice little bit of a sit-out here, wasn't it? Right, he got up, just sat there and just got nudged under it nicely. But some really good footy being played at the moment.
It's dried up. No rain for the last, I reckon, 20 minutes. And so games just heating up end-to-end football at the moment. Bit of a tennis match going on, 33-37. Lorne trailing South Colac, but it's at their end of the ground here.
Yeah, throw it in again.
Short throw-in, and it'll be another ball up.
But we are back to congestion. There is probably 30 players inside the forward 50 here for Lorne, and it is, everyone's stacked on top of each other. So if Lorne can sneak one out of this, that's a huge win.
There's a coach killer, though, if you give up a goal in this scenario, isn't it?
Awful.
Yeah, doing a lot. Coots getting a lot of work working over there by Larico off the ball as well.
Boundary throw in, Paddy Bright falls on the last line. Here's a chance here now for Hammond. Bangs the ball now to centre wing, looking for Cox. Couldn't take the mark. Can he keep it alive? No. Rolled legs, just couldn't run that fast for Cox. Going to be a boundary thrown in on centre wing. 9 minutes to go in the Sports Power Colac third quarter. 4 points the margin. Boundary throwing, centre win right in front of that flashy scoreboard that every club would love.
Yeah, who
It's
would?
huge. You can watch movies off that. Ball kick now, back to centre half forward for the Roos, and it's gone out of bounds.
There's
and
three new ones coming. So Imps have got approval for one, South have got approval, and I reckon Irrawong
Imps,
as well.
as much as I hate that scoreboard, you can't get rid of it.
A lot of.
It's a lot to look at it. Yeah, I know, but
I hate it.
It's just old school. And Irrawong can never ever change their scoreboard.
It's a free kick off the football. I reckon that was a bit ticky-touch, I reckon, because there's been a lot of work off the foot and they haven't paid it, and they paid a really rigid one. So, yeah, I'll let that play go, to be honest.
So free kick goes to Larico. He's going to bang the ball inside the forward 50 for the Roos. Big pack around this one. There's another whistle, and it's going to South Colac in front of goal.
Mumberson.
Big Mumberson, who's having a big game, a big Friday night blockbuster, and the young kids performing. And he's going to have a shot directly in front. He's kicked 2 goals so far. And this to give the Roos their game-high lead. 10 points if he can get it.
Yeah, it's just Lorne just a bit losing the plot a little bit the last minute or so. They just need to keep themselves composed, and they can't afford to get away with free kicks here. So this is an important shot here for Mumberson.
Directly in front, about 15 metres out. Just has to kick it straight. And he does it. Hits the post. That is a shocking miss there, Paul.
There's the collection of reptiles that have appeared behind the goals. Look at them. They're all set up, ready to go.
Yeah, they're not going to lose that footy, or they're going to get a free footy.
They're going to lose the footy.
Oh, they're running the gauntlet again here. So Lorne's defenders back on the back foot again, and they coughed it up at half back. Hammond did it really well. Take the footy, but not on this occasion. Took one on 2 men, and he's done. Free kick to Lorne.
So that's Sam DeConning lookalike.
Yeah. We'll try and get his name, hopefully.
Well, there's no number 12 on the Play HQ app, so we can only do our best.
Here's Jackson Bright. Ball spilled to the back there. South Colac roving in numbers. Foley dragged off the footy. Should have got a free kick. Nothing doing. Day. Hand pass 40 metres, but here's Bazastic. The mob. Oh, heavy hit there by McNaghan. That is a huge hit.
Wow.
And that was by Mitchy Perkins, and they didn't like that either.
WrestleMania, Drew.
Yep, they come about 4 days late.
DeConing's here. Do you want me to ask what his name is?
Yes. Ask him, Drew, please, Paul.
So the games certainly have gone up. We've got a bit of spice to it now on this Anzac Day. 2 premiership contenders doing battle in a thrilling contest here. Free kick. Okay, pretty clear as day from Mark Robin in the background, and the Marnie medalist Circuit will take the free kick. So Lorne certainly ill-disciplined starting to creep into this game. So a bit of cool heads need to prevail here. Circuit better be quick, just in the nick of time, but it's a poor kick though. Adams got what he should have taken. Hughes mopped up shot one, got one high, no free kick, and he's been pinged. Gee, I thought he would have got one high, but he's a bit unlucky, very unlucky. And Downard will take the free kick on centre wing.
I've liked this game, Downard, so he's going to send the ball forward for the Roos. Nothing flashy, but he's been working out. Who flew high then? Put himself on the mark there.
And De Havel, you beauty.
VDH, Class Harvest Centre mark of the day. Flew high like Charlie McCartan would have done in that back line. But it's been turned over. The Roos are going to go forward again. They go inside the forward 50. Where he is again.
Oh, nearly.
Almost took a second bite there, DVH. I'm not going to have a crack at commentating that name all at once. Go on. A bit of a tongue twister.
Go on.
That guy from the Geelong VFL side.
Van der Heuvel, Maxie.
Van der Heuvel.
Van der Heuvel.
What's the free kick count this quarter, AJ? Because South are getting the right
Yeah,
of the
it looks
green.
about 10 to South Colac and about 4 to Lorne.
See, I remember watching the Olympics last year. I'm going, thank God half these people don't play in their CDFNL. Even the basketball. Here's a chance now for the Roos. Right up against the boundary. It's out of bounds on the full day.
Yeah,
I think it was Stevens that had a shot there.
Mummerson.
I really like this move of Seb Hay going forward too.
Yeah.
He adds something different. He's be a really hard matchup, so that's good to see.
Very good a fortnight ago against the Imps, and it's been great to watch him progress through the senior rankings.
Oi! A big fly from the back there by Jack O'Brien. Couldn't O'Brien bring it down. South Colac got the numbers again, but a free kick off the footy yet again. It's going to go to South Colac. So Ed Kerno gets sent to three-quarter time.
Hashtag free kick South Colac.
Oh, geez. As Mumberson kicks long, Donahue at the front position there. Good defensive work. They're nearly sniffing here, South Colac. They can smell blood at the moment, and they get a boundary thrown out of it, but they only got the one goal for to show for it in this quarter.
I was about to say that. They need to make Lorne pay for this right now, because at the moment, if you're Lorne, you're not that upset because it hasn't hurt them all that much.
They're big finishers, aren't they, the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Look, every player inside South Colac's forward half, that's where everyone is at the moment. Most of them on the outer side. Donahue's lurking. Watt's kick was smothered there. South Colac's stumbling forward again, though, but they got the numbers again. No, here's an opportunity. Hand pass, Stevens. Hand pass to Hammond, who had a momentary fumble. Got hit very solidly. It was pretty clean according to the umpire. That should be holding the footy, and it is.
Absolutely holding the ball. Took him on.
Yeah, took about hold the South Colac forward line on.
Their pressure has been elite, haven't they, South Colac? They've won so many holding the ball decisions tonight.
Yep, and a free kick and a shot for goal coming up.
They just desperately need to convert here.
Yeah, need to there, Paul, and it's Jordan Foley. He's going to have a shot for goal here.
Quick step, Comstat, Drew. 12 free kicks this quarter. South Colac 4 Lorne.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeepers.
So Jordan Foley pretty much directly in front. This is an important shot. It's a approach three-quarter time. Kicks, and he's drilled it. Jordan Foley kicks his first. And they finally get some reward because they've been building up for quite some time. And South Colac with the only 2 goals of this third term. And that takes them on to 6 goals, 9.45. Lorne 5-3-33. Margins, couple of goals inside the final 4 minutes of this Sports Power Colac third term, Paul.
It's going to be a really good finish because we know how good Lorne have been in the final quarters. So South have to, I keep saying it, they have to cash in here and get as big a lead as they can because Lorne will chuck everything they've got at them.
Just in the back of your head, you think about Lorne, 37 points down in the semi-final against Elvie.
Another free kick.
Did you see that ruck contest? James Hughes didn't even go for the ruck, Drew. He ran straight past it.
And South got another free kick.
Yeah, that's why, because Garner gets the free kick because of that.
Garner. He's dominating this day.
Oh, gee.
Gets the hair pass over top the Woods. Woods now kicks the centre half forward. Almost a flashy mark there by Circuit. Couldn't bring it down. Big stack on this one. And it'll be a ball up.
But a bizarre forward movement there. Like you've
not
got
sure what happened.
No, just a handball out from off the free kick, and then just a 2 or 3 step kick to sort of nowhere. It wasn't a hit up. It wasn't an entry. It was a bit bizarre.
Umpire throws it back up. Hughes wins the tap out for the Dolphins, but it doesn't go to any advantage. Aztec's lurking as well. It's going to be another ball up. And a free kick to Lorne.
Finally, they get one. That one was there.
So the Dolphins get a free kick at half-back. Going to work the ball now to centre-half forward and the outer side.
Oh!
Almost a cracking mark there by Turner or Middleton. Chance for Mulgrew.
He has not got up either.
Chance for Bright, who's gone back. That's Jackson Bright. His kick, though, has been turned over. Tommy McKean's taken the mark here, or Bordenette.
It's Bordenette.
Bordenette's taken a good class over centre mark of the day.
Sorry to people that listen. We're kind of trying to pick up who's and we don't do night games very often.
Oh, I can see. I'm just guessing.
Good mark.
Bright almost takes a good mark. He's been paid.
That is a good mark.
But again, both clubs just going down the line.
Yeah.
Every player's on that north side of the ground. Change it up, switch it over, go through the middle of the ground, do something.
DVH has actually got the mark there for the Lorne. He's kicked now. Looking to go to centre half forward. Hetherington flew high. Chance now again through Day. He's kicked to centre win. Good mark by Nelson. So he's going to send the ball back into the same spot. It is kick to kick at the moment, Paul. It's a chance now again. Larico lands in a bit of a tackle for the South Colac. And we a ball up between centre win and half forward, favouring the Dolphins side of the ground here. So it's an 11-point lead to South Colac. Will it be enough? 1 quarter to go. A couple of minutes to go on this term. Dolphins, if they can snag one here, it'd be huge going into the break. And it's been all South Colac for very little reward. Even though they do have an 11-point lead, the way they've played this term, they probably should lead by 3 or 4 goals.
Agree completely.
Free kick has been picked out yet again. It's going to go to South Colac yet again.
So now's the chance. Flick it out to the side, open them up and go.
So,
don't go down
Minute
the line.
20 to go in the quarter.
So Woods has got the footy. He's had a really good night. It's again Joshy Woods. He's got no one to kick to. So again, he has to go up the line. We've got no other choice, and he has absolutely shanked it out in the full. And that is a Barrow Legal Clanger Today contender there. Ryan in the studio, please play it.
A Barrow Legal Clanger of the Day.
As Lorne go back inside 50 yet again. Where are the numbers there? There's numbers everywhere. They can't pick it up cleanly. They're inside 45, I should say, and it's going to be a ball up. We're inside the final minute. This is a big, big last minute here for both sides, really, in the context of this game. 2 premiership contenders going, hammer and tongs. Good crowd in. We've had a fair bit of rain, but nothing too serious. Ball still out. Monahan's had a good night again. His kick time, though, was partly smothered. Coots just hand passed it to Morton Hope, really, in the end, though. Monahan did dive on top of the footy. He's going to get a bit of it out, according to the umpire. We're going to get a ball up. So, seconds, I should say, ticking down. 6-8 plays 5-3. South Colac in front. They've dominated this third term, but Lorne's right still in this. We all know how good they've been in the finishes in the first 2 games this season. Oh, heavy hit going on, and another free kick is going to go Lorne's way. So this is going to be pretty much on the siren. And it looks like Cole Fox has got to take the shot for goal.
AJ's man.
Yeah, that's all we'll
So
say.
he's pretty much has to kick on the siren here. So this is a big, big shot for goal.
If he kicks this, AJ, can you yell out Fox, please?
No.
So this, we don't know what he's like from this far, but we're about to find out.
He's not a raking kick, I'll let you say that.
He's had a good crack. This is very, very close. And I think he's just missed. That's a good effort. And through for one behind. So the scene is set here on this Anzac night clash. South Colac dominated that third term, but they showed only 2 goals, 3 for it to 2 behinds. And the Kangaroos turned for home 6-8-44 with a 10-point advantage over the rating premiers, 5-4-34. 2 goals to Mumbleson. He is the only multiple goal kicker on the ground. We'll take a break. Back with the KFC Colac final term on this historic Anzac night on this Friday night. South Colac 6-8, Lorne 5 goals 4.
On MIXX FM, this is CDFNL Live.
Now comes the news that every radio listener's been hoping to hear. Now you can hear every program with such fidelity as you would expect only in the studio itself. Prepare yourself for a new radio thrill.
Radio has been around a long time.
We moved on from analog years ago.
And into the 21st century with streaming. You can stream MIXX FM through the Listener app. Download it free from the App Store or the Play Store today. Or jump onto the website, mix1063.com.au.
What makes you a local of the Great Southwest? You've dressed up and walked down Murray Street for the Kana Parade. You've ran a couple of laps of Botanical Gardens. And a Holmes pie is the only pie you love. Holmes, the best in the West. Murray Street, Colac.
Looking for fencing products? Look to your local CRT store in Simpson. Find a large range of pine and steel fence posts, plus unlimited stock of wire products and electric fencing needs. Harless Home Hardware, Barrymore Street, Simpson.
G'day, Sean here from Reese-Evans. Hustler is the best of New Zealand engineering, proven in the field. Hustler covers all your feeding solutions with a range of feed-out wagons and bale feeders in both round and square. See the latest range of Hustler bale feeders only at Reese-Evans.
Looking for a bargain on your next car or ute? You'll find it at Ballarat's cheapest cars and utes. The best deals in town, bar none. With over 30 years in the business, this family-owned dealership has stacks of vehicles ready to go. Finance available online, plus free delivery across Victoria. Check out the full range at ballaratcheapestcars.com.au or visit the dealership on the corner of Howard and Burbank Streets, Wendouree. Adam CT 12622.
All right,
Right, let's see. Collar, check. Lead, check. Doggy bags, check. What am I missing?
Pet registration renewals are now overdue in the Colac Otway Shire. By registering your pet, you're keeping them safe, and the local laws team can get them back to you if they go wandering. Ensure your pets are microchipped too, and that microchip details are up to date. It's not too late. Renew online at colacotway.vic.gov.au or head into a council customer service centre in Colac or Apollo Bay.
Quality and professional earth moving solutions, that's LGK Earthworks, a family-run business tackling your rural, civil and landscaping projects. For a free, no-obligation quote, lgkearthworks.com.au. Check out their exceptional eye for detail on Instagram.
Ben Spokes at We Spoke Insurance Specialist can come to you with the ideal insurance to protect what matters most. You'll get market-leading personal service and advice with We Spoke Insurance Specialists. Find them on Facebook. Authorised representative of PSC Connect Proprietary Limited. Please consider all terms and conditions.
When your favourite game is on, make it even better with Pammy's Pizza. Hot, fresh and packed with flavour. Soft, crunchy dough, stacked toppings and footy night ribs done right. Order now at colacpammyspizza.com.au. One click and you're kicking goals.
At Sports Power Colac, we're strong supporters of local footy and netball. We've got everything you need for the season. The most popular shoes, boots, socks, shorts, compression gear, balls and more. This football and netball season, see us at Sports Power Colac, your local experts.
Is home or business security on your mind? Trust Stevcom, a fully licensed and accredited installer. They can plan the best security solution for you. Alarm, CCTV or door access control. Don't risk it. Choose Stevcom for peace of mind.
Dine in style. Discover Colac Golfview Bistro and Bar. Stunning views, delicious food and tranquil surroundings. Dine indoors or out. Ideal for a celebration, casual catch-up or date night. Family friendly with meals for the kids. Specials for seniors plus gluten-free, vegetarian and vegan options. For the golfers, check out the great range of on-the-go golfer snacks. Open Tuesday to Sunday for lunch and dinner. Great food, great scenery. What more could you ask for? Visit Colac Golfview Bistro and Bar today.
Powered by KFC Colac, FSR Equip and Sports Power Colac. This is CDFNL Live.
Yeah, KFC Colac last quarter. Hopefully it's a finger looking good last quarter. It is a 10-point lead to South Colac. Friday night football, 6:8:44 to 5:4:34. Quick Stevcom stat update, AJ.
Lorne free kicks 19-30 South Colac. 19 hit-outs Matt Garner. South Colac 35 James Hughes. Lorne major stats winner for South Colac 23 to Josh Woods. 19 kicks 4 handballs 1 mark. Lorne 11 to Alex Adams. 9 kicks 2 handballs 4 marks. South have had all the play. Paul, can they hold on?
Oh, it's going to be interesting. Lorne have had a big forward structure change. They've pushed everybody up high and they've put Hughes to the square, which I love.
And Drew's a retired runner, but I can tell you what, he clocked from the toilet back to the goals, to the broadcast box in 13 seconds.
He's unbelievable. A bit lighter after that trip up there, so well done, Drewy.
Thanks, mate. KFC Colac last quarter underway. What can the Dolphins do? Can they find a way to win it again? That come from behind again. They've done it the first 2 weeks. Can they do it again tonight? They're going to get a free kick, and it's going to go to Manganelli. He kicks it up towards the half-forward zone. Hughes is around it. Good mark. No, yes, it will. Good mark. Gee, that was a good mark there.
Perkins.
By Perkins. Class Harbour set a mark of the day. He goes short, dangerously. Hey, dropped what he should have taken. Turn over here. Circuit tries to put some good pressure on. Should get a free kick. Nothing doing according to the umpire. And it's going to be a ball up yet again.
Yeah, well, was it 4 out of the last 3 games, or 3 out of the last 4 games they have come from behind to win?
Yeah.
Well, they've dominated the last quarter. So last week they dominated Apollo Bay, came from behind against Birregurra, kicked the only goal of the grand final in the last quarter, and the amazing turnaround in that semi-final against Elvie.
When everyone parked the bus, pretty much, including, so ball up to taking place yet again.
That was just an incredible 15 minutes of football.
That was insane. We still can't believe it happened. Ball thrown up and really changed the premiership race. Hughes just grabbed it out of the ruck, and that's on the footy. No doubt about it. He took him on. And the free kick to be taken by Josh Woods.
He's had a great night, Joshy Woods.
He's had a ripping game, yeah. So Woodsy is going to go back. So he's going to chip it around there. Closing on 100 games too, Joshy Woods. He's had a stint at Colac. He had a stint at Cobden there for a year during that COVID year. Kick was partly smothered off the boot here. What can Lorne do on the counter-attack? Not very much. Dale's dispossessed in the tackle. Bell spit at the front again. Long kick by Coots inside 50. Hay there is down there. Couldn't quite invite the ball to bounce at the right time. Here's a chance now for Turner. Gets a hand pass, missed the target there. Target a shot for goal. Is offline by Hetherington. Through for a minor score.
Well, Seb Hayes, your house end specialist. He doesn't want to go up this other end.
So
Just staying down there.
He's trying to bid on the auction.
Yeah, he's just swung around. So he's obviously went from...
spare room at your place, Maxie?
I don't know. I actually looked it up, and it was on Airbnb, that house. So I think someone owns it but doesn't live in it. So
5,535, Lorne 6,844.
good money maker. I don't know why you wouldn't host a gathering on a football on game days, wouldn't you, on that balcony?
Oh, that's a poor kick.
Perfect spot behind the goal.
That's a poor kicking from that occasion there, and the mark taken there by Turner. He's gone back inside 50, and here's another opportunity. Here's an opportunity now with Manganelli. So he's 45 metres out. He's about 10 in from the boundary.
He'll kick this.
He fancies his chances, though, which is going to go back and have a ping. He's from Inverleigh. Of course, with Brad Circuit, of course, who would have played a fair bit of footy with him. So here's an opportunity. Big shot at goal, about 10 in from the boundary, 40 metres out. Opens the angle a little bit. He has flushed it nicely. Is it going to beat the pack? Just touched over the line by about a couple of metres. And through for yet another point. So they're getting a few looks in this early in this final term. Lorne, they're 5-6-36. 6-8-44 South Colac. We've played nearly 3 minutes in this KFC Colac last quarter. Greg Allen, Farm Machinery scoreboard. South Colac by 2 goals in the A-grade netball over Lorne. Otway and Apollo Bay broadcast sketch tomorrow.
So he's thumping kick out of defensive area for South Colac here.
Donahue.
Yeah, I was about to say, I haven't seen Donahue for a while, but he's gone down back. Interesting sort of move now.
Which is, I think, a little alarm bells for me. They're starting to panic a little bit, I think.
Well, I think they're aware of how good Lorne are in that back half. So if he wasn't doing the real job up forward, send him down back.
But as well, they did a lot right in that third term. Just continue on with what you're doing. I don't think you need to change everything. But we'll see how we go.
Throws it back up. Hughes grabs it out of the ruck. Has a flying shot for goal. Behind. Oh, we saw him kick a couple of those goals in the semi-final against Elvie like that. Grabbed it out of the ruck and went whooshka.
They're coming, though. They're coming.
Behind, yeah. 7 points the margin. 5-7-37, 6-8-44. They've kicked 3 behinds this quarter.
It's a 50-metre penalty. It's going against Paddy Bright or a free kick. Woods. And here we're just pushing and shoving, and he dragged him off the ground, so it's a free kick up the ground.
A worse result. Sorry, AJ.
Stemcom stats, 3 50-metre penalties.
Woods gets it to Donahue. Donahue kicks it out of defensive 50, but I reckon it might just come back here. Coots is lurking. So is Prezaztak. Chancey now for the South Colac Footy Club. They kick the ball to centre half forward. Coates couldn't take the mark. This might open things up here. The circuit man got the hand pass over the top to a teammate. They go inside the forward 50.
Good mark.
Awesome mark.
That's
DVH, is it?
It's Turner.
Turner. Class over centre mark of the day. Jackie Boy Turner kicks it to centre wing. There's a player loose. It's gone out of bounds on the full. Had a little bit too much.
I was going to say.
On there and couldn't take the mark.
I was going to say nearly a stat for Paul Listro. It wasn't far away from you, mate.
Don't miss targets either.
That's Woods.
Woods goes inbound and he finds Liam Hammond.
He's had a good night too.
So Hammond now. They lead by 7 points, South Colac. Lorne are coming though. They've kicked 3 behinds, but dominating this first start of this quarter. Donahue couldn't take the mark.
That's a free kick.
And he's going to get a free kick.
That was there.
He was moved in the 4 line again. He's just playing everywhere.
He can do what he wants. He's Jeremy Cameron role.
He's got a licence to just go wherever the ball goes. Donahue's going to go in the right forward pocket. Wasn't a great decision. Might be turned over here.
That's deliberate.
Oh, that is.
Hand pass straight to the boundary line. Oh. If you're ever going to pay deliberate out of bounds in country footy, there it is.
That was as blatant and you'll ever see a deliberate.
Oh, boy.
Drew,
You'd just laugh at that, wouldn't you, Paul?
Oh, my word.
That is as deliberate as you'll ever see.
He saw the boundary and said, I'm throwing that footy over there.
Boundary throw in. I can't believe that. Balderas, hand pass, he tackled. Anganelli put his head over it. Was clean according to the umpire. Woods had a fresh air shot, didn't connect. Larico, it's a Foley by hand. Goes to the goal square, clear over Mummerson. White dropped that he should have taken. He kept the ball in play, just Pizzastic getting back. White hops up on the tightrope. Middleton, bang! God, should have been holding the footy, not paid. Ball still in towards the centre wing position here. Hammond's had a good night. That's a good kick to Darnard. He marks it. 40 metres out. He's about 3 in from the boundary.
Feel like they've put the whistles in the back pocket this quarter,
They
maybe.
have.
So this is a big shot for Zach Dowder, and Max is right. He's actually had a really good night at the office, but he deserves a goal.
Playing a really good position, key high half forward, and really set up their Ford 50 attacks tonight.
So shot for goal here, Zachy Downard. This is a tough kick, 40 metres out. Tell you what, he struck and roll. He has struck it magnificently. What a goal, Zachy Downard. He's kicked the goal of the night, contender, and that is a massive goal.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He deserved a goal, and that is an absolute ripper on a night like tonight, and they make Lorne pay for so many chances at the other end. They go to 7,850 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. They're opening up a 13-point buffer on Lorne, who 5-7-37. Paul Lustrode, that is a massive kick.
Huge kick, that. There's been some really big moments in this game so far, and they're all going to add up really quickly here. So you're right, Lorne had all the play, all the opportunities in the last probably minute or two. South have really capitalised here.
Game on, 13 points to margin. So South Colac, one hand on the 4 points at the moment. But Lorne, we haven't just seen them come from miles back in this position and win games of football. Be another ball up. But I guess the last 30-odd minutes, it's been South Colac, hasn't it?
Absolutely it has.
Taking their chances. Only the 2 goals in that third quarter after dominating, but here they go again, the Dolphins. They send the ball inside the Ford 50. Mulgrew leads the race. Chance for Perkins. Gathers the football. Get the hair pass out. Here's a chance for Monahan.
Oh.
Tackled high against Endicott. Free kick will go the way of Brendan Monahan.
That's it.
They wanted to advantage, didn't they?
There's no two better players at drawing for kicks like that than Brendan Monahan and Jeremy Spade.
Yeah, that's true. And it's not anything they're doing wrong. They're just little guys, and they go hard for the football.
Yep, there's a chance there for Bazastic at half-back here. His kick is an absolute shank. Danger at times. We're running to Gortley here again, the defence there. Woods was met very solidly there. Coming through again, Van der Havel. Van der Havel just kicks it as far as he can out towards centre wing. That's a good kick, and Bright takes the mark. That's Paddy. Hand pass over the top now, and mumbled there momentarily there by Taylor. Taylor he's run himself into all sorts of trouble. Play on to call down there, and this ball's going to be not coming out yet again. They get a ball up. They're just finding themselves under a bit of a pickle at the moment there, Lorne. Some of the players just having and there's a player down, a couple of players down. Paddy Bright slow to get up, but it's a South Colac player down.
Paul, I don't know if you're getting the same whiff I am, but I'm getting a smell of fish and chips right now.
There's something coming through.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's South Colac player down.
Wasn't where Drewy went before, is it?
Yeah.
I think it's Bordernet that might be copping.
I hope not. I think it is Bordernet.
Yeah, I think it's Bordernet there to cop the better heavy knock in that contest. So Paddy Bright's back on his feet, which is good news for
Can't
Lorne.
be coming from here because they don't have deep fried food here at Lorne.
No, you're right.
So it is Todd Bordernet.
They've taken him straight over the boundary too, man. So he can't come back on.
So that's a big moment in this game. And he's in the hands of the trainers, and he's having difficulty walking up by himself. So something must have happened in that contest.
He's looking real proper, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's closing in on 250 games too, Toddy Bordernet. So hopefully he's had another solid night down back, and they cannot afford to lose him as well. They've got, obviously, Dylan McCarthy not playing tonight as well, and Joel Menzies not playing tonight either. So ball will be thrown up yet again here as play restarts. Hughes wins the tap down there. In fact, it was Balderas. Ball not coming out. We're going to get a ball up here. So we'll just take stock. South Colac lead by 13 points after a massive kick from Zachy Downard. Gives South the biggest lead of the night so far. So Lorne get a free kick here. So what can they do here now? They've had plenty of chances early in this quarter but couldn't convert. And he's kicked it to a 2-on-1 in favour of South Colac. Perkins with a massive spoil. Day went to ground, but lucky for him, he ran out of tarmac. Boundary throw in right foot pocket for the Dolphins who desperately need a goal. As we approach the 10.5-minute mark of this KFC Colac last quarter here. They need the next goal, otherwise in a low-scoring night, it's going to make their job very, very difficult for them.
In good news, Bodie, he is moving freely on his own over there now, but he has gone over the boundary line, so that is his night done.
Louis Homer won the tap out for Lorne, but not to advantage. Be another ball up in the right forward pocket for the Dolphins. They desperately need one. Just under 12 minutes to go in this KFC Colac last quarter. South Colac leading this game by 13 points. Came in underdogs after going down to Birregurra in round 2 and Lorne's 2-0 start. Here's a chance out for the Roos. Garner got the hand pass out. Good work there by Foley. He's been good tonight. Sends the ball out of defensive 50, but it's been marked by the Dolphins.
Let's not forget, though, South this time in the game here last year, they were in front all day, and then Lorne broke their heart the last 10 seconds, so we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, and it was by this guy. Jackson Bright's taken the mark. Just a couple of kicks away from goal, though. Well, he looks like he's going to have a crack, actually.
This would be an unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
If he kicks this is nearly your goal a day, right?
He's an absolute beauty of a kick.
No, he's
No,
past
he's
it.
going to go short.
Got him.
And finds brother Paddy.
See how many times they did that in the backyard.
So Paddy
Oh,
Bright.
he's passed it off. Homer.
And he finds Homer.
But this is...
No one wants to have a shot.
That is unforgivable there. Like, you've allowed
Two,
easy, uncontested marks inside forward.
And when you flooded back as well.
Oh, just everyone went to goals expecting it and just got lazy and just tuned out. They have to stay in the game here.
Just quick Stevcom stat, 7 marks now for Paddy Bright.
Louis Homer now. Can he put the margin back to 7? He goes back. Normally a dead eye.
He's missed.
He's missed. But we got 2-goal ball game. What price is the draw?
Yeah, don't rule it out.
5-8-38.
Remember, Colac got a Essen of 95 in the first game.
The first ever Anzac Day in the AFL between those two sides. 5-8-38 Lorne, 7-8-50 South Colac.
Donahue brings the ball back into play to centre wing. Players fly for the footy. No one can really take it. Ball still down to Van der Havel. He's gang taken by a couple of Kangaroos. That's not coming out. Ball to be thrown up in the edge of the square here. We're inside the last 10 minutes of this game.
If it's a draw, we're going to go slide down the hill over there.
Hello.
You do.
No, we do.
All right. I'll be the ref. Circuit. Tackled there. By little Dolphins players who get a ball. What's Brad's Circuit stats, AJ, thanks to Stevcom?
8 kicks, 10 handballs, 1 mark, Drew, Stevcom stat sheet.
Again, another good night for him at the office, the reigning Marnie medalist. Here's a bloke that's been good tonight, Monahan. He tackled and gone. That was a ball banger. He's trying to commit, but he couldn't. Free kick to go to Manganelli. He's got himself into the game in the second half. That's a kick. They're looking for Hummel. It was well cut off. Here's an opportunity for Lorne. Not on this occasion. Circuit says not on my watch. Play on the call, believe it or not. Monahan mops up there for the Kangaroos. Kicks up towards the wing position. Down and underneath it there. Punched away by Adams. Manganelli again. Just hacks the kick as far as he can towards left half forward. It's cleared the pack. And it's ball bounced out of the line and out of bounds yet again. Boundary throw in 9 to play.
Big opportunity here for Lorne too with Mumberson in the ruck. Really big chance for Hughes to just throw him around, get his hands on the ball and really take control.
Seeing as also Josh Woods has been on the ground for the last few minutes as well, and he can't get back at it because the play's been on the other side for a little bit. So boundary throw in as Lorico continues to follow Cooch like a glove. Boundary throw in, 35 out from goal. Hughes to tap. Ball's not coming out to get his Manganelli. He's well tackled. And we're going to get another ball up here.
What is Coots' stats so far, AJ?
Yeah, Oscar Coots had a quiet day. 7 kicks, 4 handballs, 2 marks.
Yeah, Lorico has done a really good job on him as well and also kicked the goal as well. So ball thrown up. Over the top, Paddy Bright there. Might have been kicking in danger. Unlucky not to get it, but the kick's been packed out, and Adams takes a sliding mark. He gets a hand pass away now to Van der Havel. He's had a good night. His kick, though, wasn't as good, but it works. Tierney, out to inside. His kick, it's a shank at the side of the boot, and all he worked down there to the player there in Nelson. Bats it by hands to Coates. It's bouncing ball up towards right half forward. In front of the footy is Endicott. Who should go to pair of wheels, and he does. Runs to 50. Goes in board. Not a great kick, and Donahue takes the lark, and South Colac defence stood tall yet again. He goes short and finds Zach Day. He goes in board to Mumberson. He marks it there on the edge of the square. So South Colac are fancy, a 1 goal away from delivering the knockout blow. His kick, though, wasn't great, but it works there. Good contest between White there and Lorico. Lorico over the top of the football. Good umpiring. We're going to get a ball up there on centre wing. Broadcast side of the ground. We've got 7:42 to play. South Colac, I reckon, actually a 1 goal away from getting a big 4 points on the road on Anzac night.
Oh, I'm not going to do any calls claiming anything when Lorne's involved. Done it a few times here. It was one day when they played Elvie. I think we declared that Lorne were going to win, and then Elvie came back and won.
Yeah,
that's right.
So, ball up on centre wing, but it is a 12-point lead. They've had the advantage right through this second half, South Colac. Funny things can happen. Balderas grabs it out of the stoppage. Kick to the left forward pocket. Here's a chance. Tierney's there as well. Big pack around this one on top of the goal square. And it's going to be a ball up. Left forward pocket.
Josh Wood still can't get on the ground. He's been on the bench, I reckon, for the last 7 or 8 minutes.
Get him on, Drew. Get him on.
Well, he can't, AJ, because the ball's on the other side of the ground.
Umpire throws it back up. I like it on this side of the ground, though.
Yeah, true.
Big stack around this one, and it'll be another ball up. Left forward pocket again.
What the players are trying to get on the field, Max.
All right. I'm going to care about is me sometimes. Here's a chance. Circuit trying to get out of this one. Oh, here was Orchard. I tell you what, probably 2 seconds away from holding the ball then. So another ball up. Big crowd around this one. Inside the forward 50 for the Dolphins. They get a goal here. She's on like Donkey Kong.
Kick.
And it's going to be a free.
To the Lorne's way.
So a free kick to Lorne.
Manganelli again. He's had a big last quarter.
He's really stepped up, hasn't he?
Yeah, I like this kid. So Manganelli will have a shot for goal to put the margin to one straight kick. Young Toby Manganelli. He's probably not that young.
I like the fact that he's really put the onus on here. He's got the free kick. He's taken the time. He's going back. He wants this.
12 points the margin here. 5-8 to 7-8. This to bring the margin to 6 points. Manganelli about 30 metres out from goal. Pretty much directly in front.
Looks good.
He goes back. He's kicked it over the goal umpire's hat. And she's on like Donkey Kong here. It's a one-goal ball game. Friday night football classic. 6-8-44 Lorne. 7-8-50 South Colac. KFC Colac. Last quarter.
Ooh.
And what did you say about 5 minutes ago, Paul? If it comes a draw, you're going to be too confident.
All four of us are sliding down
I
that
feel
hill.
like when you make claims like that on statements, I think it's just you that has to do it now.
I reckon AJ's
Hey,
1,000.
You talk about where this is a team. If we're going to do it, we all do it
No,
together.
we become individuals when this sort of stuff happens.
No way.
AJ's
5.5 to go.
How about we agree AJ does it?
He's a millions of one to do it. Back in the middle now we go here to kick the difference again. Here's that player we just spoke about, Manganelli. He took it cleanly now. Ball spilled out to the Conning lookalike. We don't know his name. This is number 12. And he grabs the footy and kicks it up towards centre wing here, but Hammond read it well and took a really crucial mark at half back. He's been good again tonight. He's got really no one to kick to.
No movement at all.
And he goes inside 50. That's a good kick. Foley there at the back. Couldn't mark it. Recovers quickly. 35 out. Kicks. And he has missed.
Handy point.
And that is a massive moat. Lorne 2 goals. Kicks from the lead.
There's no draw now.
Yeah.
Oh, unless they get 1-1.
7-9.
The clock stopped. It's frozen.
7-9 on. 5.5 to play, Maxie.
No, it hasn't.
As Lorne goes straight up the middle.
I was just trying to get you scared.
Good mark. Should be paid. No. I reckon he had a good piece of it. Day got a kick away just. Circuit around the footy yet again. And we're going to get the ball up now. 5:18 to play. It's South Colac by 7 points.
Oh, good game. Good Friday night football. Anzac Day Classic. That's what you wanted to see here. As Garner wins the tap out. They go forward again through circuit. In the left forward pocket.
Ooh.
Down up, tried to juggle the mark. It's a hot football. White's there. Adams is there. Everyone's throwing their arms around, wanting a free kick, but it'll be a ball up. About 30 out from the Roos goal. Under 5 minutes to go in this last quarter. Kangaroos lead by 7 points. Circuit got the hair pass out. Looking to go forward again. Here's Adams.
Oh, he's gone.
He's got the footy. He got tackled, and umpire said no. No, I'm not going to pay it. Ball up.
All the reptiles down. They've moved in the grandstand and they're up and about.
Gee, that's a good tackle by Downard.
Left forward pocket. Here's a chance now for Coots. Sends it out. Turned over. Roos now going inside the
Coxie!
Coxie, class officer mark of the day. He marked it like Wayne Carey on a Friday night back in the 90s.
He just picked it up so well because I don't think Hammond meant the kick to him.
It was a bullet pass. And, well, the Coxinator can go back and seal the game for South Colac if he can kick straight.
Geez, this would be a big moment in his career, Maxie. What a career, and this could be a huge moment for him.
4 games from game 200 at South Colac play. He's kicked 652 goals for his time at South Colac.
This is as important as any, Drew.
Pretty much directly in front. Benny Cox kicked 100 goals in our first season of CDFNL Live.
There it
He
is.
goes back and he puts South Colac 13 points up with 4 minutes to go. That's a goal of the day contender.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
It's also a premium group painting play of the day, as Benny Cox, I reckon, might have just sealed the game for South Colac on this Anzac Day, and they lead by 13 in this last quarter.
We're in for a grandstand finish, and South have really stood up. After Lorne pressured, they've really stood up and taken the game to them, and they thoroughly deserve to be in front right now.
3.5 to play. Lorne need to kick 3 goals to win it. In the theory of Lee Matthews, it's quite possible. Ball thrown up again. Coots has had a quiet night. The officers hacks to kick forward. Clean ball to play down there in McMillan. And the free kick in the back being picked out in South Colac. They can chew as much time off the clock as they want. And this bloke's had a big last quarter, Liam Hammond. And he's going to take his milk as much time off the clock as he can.
A long 15.
So he goes long up the line. Down and has to come running. He's got 2 to beat there. Created a contest. Ball spilled the ground. Down and around the footy. Circa tried to tackle him, but he stole the footy off him somehow. Jordan Foley racks it. Kicks up towards half forward there. Mistake at the back there. Punched away from him by Stevens. Watt run himself into a South Colac brick wall. Play on to call. Ball up now.
Oh, gee, you feel like it's a South Colac home game at the moment.
Amazing.
Yeah.
They've been loud all night.
Huge South Colac contingent.
Yeah, I hope they got Strepsils on standby for a lot of the South Colac supporters because they won't have any voice left there. Bumberson wins the tap. Numbers here now with Lorne's defence once again in the need to get a moving quickly. Middleton's caught, holding the ball. That is a massive moment. That is huge.
Let him know about it too, sitting on top of him.
And the Novocastrian, Sweetenham, has a chance 40 metres out to put the result beyond doubt. Middleton, I thought he just took a little bit too long, but Sweetenham has a very important shot for goal. He's just kicked 1 goal, and it's just his 3rd game as South Colac, all the way there from Newcastle in New South Wales. From 45, kicks, and he has missed to the left. 1 behind. But it's a margin now. It's 14 points with under 2 to play in this Anzac Day clash. And Lorne need to get it moving.
Lorne haven't lost the game since losing to the Western Eagles middle of last year. Almost an unbeaten season. And it looks like they're going to get their first loss of 2025. Ball kicked to the centre half forward. Big pack around this one. South Colac's into the ground. Morris is lurking. Good work there by Circuit. Got the hand pass out. They go forward again. Numbers are with South Colac. Mumberson snaps.
No.
Not going to get it. It's going to be marked. Last line of defence by Alex Adams, the veteran. He's retired a couple of times.
Oh!
Kick wasn't good. Here's a chance now. It's like a ping pong at the moment. Lorne, one last roll of the dice. They go forward. Couldn't take the mark. Was Paddy Bright. Here's a chance again now. Good tackle there by Middleton. It'll be a ball up on centre wing. Under 2 minutes to go. South by under a minute to go.
Yep.
South by 14 points. It's been a classic Friday night football. Great to have Anzac Day football on CDFNL Live.
Absolutely. A Circuit throws around the footy yet again there. He's liked it a lot, from the first ball up to the final side. He just gives it everything he's got. Ball's gone towards right half forward. Ball pin in the back. Free kick is going to go to Lorne's way. Hand passed away now to Coates, who's had a frustrating evening. Kicks inside 50. Jackson brought one-on-one with Perkins. He did really well. In fact, it was Perkins, sorry. And Perkins happy to see go over, boundary throw-in. So 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be a famous victory for South Colac against the reigning premiers. Last time they were here, they had their hearts broken in the last few seconds by Jackson Bright, but not tonight. It has been a fantastic team performance.
There's a lot going on off the ball here. Really silly.
Yeah, particularly with only seconds remaining. So Taylor Norrico has the free kick with seconds remaining. He's done a really good job tonight. And he's going to go long up the line there. Not a great kick, though. No mark taken down there. Here's a chance for Woods. He's had a good night, too. Seconds tick down. Mumberson! What about that to finish the evening? Should be 50, but doesn't matter. It's one of the great victories for the South Colac Football Netball Club. They had their hearts broken here 12 months ago. And they have knocked off the reigning premiers in an absolute thriller. 8-10-58. To Lorne 6-8-44 after a disappointing loss a fortnight ago at Birregurra when the Saints absolutely made an absolute mess of them in the last quarter. Against the backs against the wall. And this is probably their biggest win since the 2022 Premiership. And Paul, you got to take your hats off to them. They completely outplayed Lorne in every aspect of the game.
Absolutely, they did. They controlled it for 3/4 of this contest right here, and look, they're the deserving winner. They played really good footy. They adjusted the conditions, and they really took it up to Lorne in every aspect. Really well done to South Colac.
Yeah, and of course with key players out as well, with Dylan McCarthy a late withdrawal. Joel Menzies wasn't there tonight either, so, and obviously we lost Todd Bonnet in the last quarter. Well, hopefully nothing. See, he's got ice on the left knee. Yeah, couldn't put any weight on it on the when he got taken off the ground. So hopefully nothing too serious with him. But that is a really, really big win for South Colac on the road too, because it's obviously the last time they won here. They actually won the premiership. So Could be a good omen for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what a win.
We'll take a break. We've got a very short, sharp RSL post-game, so we'll get through that. So what a win to South Colac. They win Friday Night Football by 14 points. So stay tuned for our post-game here on MIXX FM.
On MIXX FM, this is CDFNL Live. Weekday mornings from 6, it's MIXX Brekkie.
Yes. Good. Welcome aboard, mate. We'll look forward to hearing a lot more from you during this. You're sort of learning off Steve, eh?
Yes, absolutely.
One thing you learn, all right, is bring in a glass of water before you start talk and make sure you wipe your nose, because Steve, at the hay fever time, you'll be doing a lot of talking. Steve falls to pieces.
And Steve's getting older too, so you might have to wipe it for him.
That's his nose, mate.
All right, MIXX Brekkie for McDonald's Colac and Snap Fitness Colac. MIXX FM.
Ben Spokes at We Spoke Insurance Specialists can come to you with the ideal insurance to protect what matters most. You'll get market-leading personal service and advice with We Spoke Insurance Specialists. Find them on Facebook. Authorised representative of PSC Connect Proprietary Limited. Please consider all terms and conditions.
At Sports Power Colac, we're strong supporters of local footy and netball. We've got everything you need for the season. The most popular shoes, boots, socks, shorts, compression gear, balls and more. This football and netball season, see us at Sports Power Colac, your local experts.
Is home or business security on your mind? Trust DevCom, a fully licensed and accredited installer. They can plan the best security solution for you. Alarm, CCTV or door access control. Don't risk it. Choose DevCom for peace of mind.
With the footy and netball season here, the Colac RSL is your spot for post-game catch-ups. Grab a cold drink, enjoy delicious food and celebrate and commiserate with mates. If you're cheering from the sidelines or playing on the court or field, wind down at the Colac RSL.
When it's legal assistance you need, here's a legal partner you can trust. Barrow Legal. Gerard Barrow, a local looking after locals. Expert advice and representation for when you're buying or selling a house, land, farm, even a business, making or updating your will. And when you find yourself on the wrong side of the law or faced with intervention order problems, Gerard, a former investigator and prosecutor, knows what it takes to fight for your rights. Don't make a clanger out of your legal needs. Contact Barrow Legal.
Your club delivers on the field. Think Water Colac delivers water solutions, serving the southwest for over 25 years. Irrigation and filtration systems to pumps and rainwater tanks, and your local experts in solar pump systems. Think Water Colac. They do water well. When durability meets style, Premium Group Painting delivers. As Dulux accredited painters, they specialise in a Vista epoxy flake flooring, the perfect solution for high traffic areas that need to look great and last. From garages that need a tough, oil-resistant finish, to workshops built for heavy-duty use, to showrooms and commercial spaces that demand a sleek, professional look. Upgrade your floors with Premium Group Painting, built to perform, designed to impress. Find them on Facebook today.
Choose your finance rate on selected in-stock Class tractors at Class Harvest Centre, Swain and McCabe. 0% through to 3.99% finance available on selected models. Choose between Axis, Arion, Axion, even Xerion models. All in stock and ready for immediate delivery. But hurry, only available while stocks last. Check out Class Harvest Centre, Swain and McCabe for more. Your Colac farm machinery specialists. Class Harvest Centre, colac.com.au.
Nothing beats the sizzle of lamb on the barbecue. Juicy, tender, and packed with flavour. Whether it's a Sunday roast or a midweek feast, lamb is always the right choice for your dinner table. If you're looking for a sizzling career opportunity, Minerva Foods, Colac's largest employer, is hiring. Join the team that brings quality meat to tables worldwide every day. Reach out to the Minerva Foods recruitment team today.
Powered by KFC Colac, FSR Equip and Sports Power Colac. This is CDFNL Live.
It was a beauty in this inaugural Anzac Day game here at Stribbling Reserve, but it was South Colac backs against the wall after they were pantsed by Birregurra a fortnight ago, and they found a way to win in an absolute classic by 14 points, 8-10-58 to the Dolphins, 6-8-44, and Lorne had plenty of chances in the last quarter to only get one goal for to show for it. And then Benny Cox put the result beyond out with about 5 minutes to go, and they thoroughly deserved their victory tonight. He and Mumberson were the multiple goal kickers on the ground. They finished with 2 apiece. Donahue, Woods, Foley, and Down Under, of course, he kicked that big goal at the start of the last quarter. And for the Dolphins, they're all singles. to Middleton, Van der Hervel, Coots, Manganelli, Turner, and Louis Holman. What was an entertaining contest and cool, overcut and wet conditions, of course, as well. But thankfully, the rain cleared up in the meantime. But we'll turn into an absolute ripping game of footy. We'll choose some Stefcom stats. Thanks to AJ Brady, does a great job. Does it by pen every single week. Doesn't do no technology stuff, Paul. He just does it by hand. It was unbelievable. AJ, what did the stats sheet look, mate?
So now we've got the Stefcom stats.
Oh, yeah, we do.
From kicks to hit-outs and everything in between. Today's stats, thanks to Stevcom.
I keep forgetting we have them.
AJ just introduced his own
stinger.
That's right. Well, I'll
His ringtone too.
Just do what you do, Paul. But
his head's just got bigger.
24 free kicks for the day for Lorne, 36 to South Colac.
AJ, let me do the intro for tomorrow. You
right.
just keep going.
As far as hit-outs, James Hughes finished the day with 39. It's 14 to Fraser Balderas and 1 to Louis Holmer in the end. South Colac, 23 to Matt Garner, his number. 1 to Zach Donard and 8 to Bailey Mumberson. Major stats winners for the Victoria South Colac side, Josh Woods, 22 kicks, 6 handballs, 1 mark, 28 disposals. 23 to Brad Circuit, 9 kicks, 14 handballs and 1 mark. Looking down the list, apart from them, 20 to Adam Donahue, 15 kicks, 5 handballs, 3 marks. On the Lorne side of things, 16 in the end to Oscar Coots, 12 kicks, 4 handballs and a couple of marks. Apart from them, a couple on 11, Jesse Middleton, 7 kicks, 4 handballs and 1 mark. And also Jack Turner, 9 kicks, 2 handballs, and he finished with 6 marks. 11 also to James Hughes, 10 kicks, 1 handball, no marks. Those are leading stats winners for the day, thanks to Stevcom, boys.
Beautifully done, AJ. Thank you very much for that. He does a fantastic job there. No doubt about that. No doubt he'll be going home starting the numbers for tomorrow.
Yes.
Down at Jelly
We've got
Brand.
some different numbers, don't we, do?
Yeah, we do. Oh, I got the Heritage
Dude.
numbers back.
You just called Drew Do.
Well,
You did.
accidentally, but yeah.
That's all right. My brother called me that once when we were kids, so it's not the first time that's happened either. It's time for our awards here on this Anzac night. We have plenty of highlights, and we're going to kick things off with the Class Harvest Centre mark of the night.
A Class Harvest Centre mark of the day.
Down hard, so he's going to send the ball forward for the Roos. Nothing flashy, but he's been working out. Who flew high then? Put himself on the mark there.
And De Havel, you beauty.
VDH, Class Harvest Centre mark of the day. Flew high like Charlie McCartan would have done in that back line.
We've already seen some cracking marks this year.
We have.
We had McNaughton in the first game. We had Dynehaven a couple of weeks ago, and then we had one tonight. So the marking there has been first class.
Do you go to bed at night, Paul, and think of Charlie McCartan, what he did to you in that round 18 game last year?
Don't bring it up.
he set a record, didn't he, at 19 marks or something?
Yeah. He's a nice kid.
Yeah,
He's
he's
one of the
great.
nicest human beings you'll ever meet. So, no, good on him.
I fingers crossed that he gets drafted to a good club and he has a good AFL career, because I can see a Tommy Stewart type scenario.
He was terrific last week too in the
Get into the Cats, come on.
26 touches. I think he had in about 12 months last week.
He'll go to somewhere like Essendon or Collingwood and they'll ruin him.
There's some clubs, obviously there's been a lot of recruit. Yeah, we need one of them. It's time for West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day. We've seen a couple of absolute beauties from South Colac, but which one
West
did we
Vic
pick out?
Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Hard shot this.
Yeah, it is. So this is a not-easy kick in these conditions. 25 metres out. Puts it on its way. That's the ripper! That is an absolute picture-perfect set shot for goal in the left foot pocket. Write that down. It's the goal of the night right there. And it was young Bailey Mumberson who kicked He kicked a couple of really critical goals in the second quarter. And what I liked about him, there was a bit of chirp over the fence, and he decided to give him some back.
And he absolutely fed it to him. So,
good on him.
Good on him.
Yeah, that was an absolute ripper there. Good to see him have a good game on the big stage too, because he's going to be an absolute gun for the next for quite some time. Okay, it's time for our Premium Group Painting Play of the Day, and this came turned out to be the match winner.
The Premium Group Painting Play of the Day on CDFNL Live.
Pretty much directly in front. Benny Cox kicked 100 goals in our first season of CDFNL Live.
There it
He
is.
goes back and he puts South Colac 13 points up with 4 minutes to go. That's a goal of the day contender.
He's kicked 653 goals at South Colac, and that one's probably one of the more important ones. Yeah, he's got 3 more games to get to 200, so he's done an amazing. He's had an amazing.
And he's had stints, like he had a year off, or not a year off, but he went to played at Werribee and
North Ballarat, I think.
Yeah, North Ballarat. So
that's
right. Him and Timmy Spears went to North Ballarat.
They did do it. Now it's time for our Barrow Legal clanger of the day.
A Barrow Legal Clanger of the Day.
Stuff for goal, kicked out there. It's a goal. It's a goal kicked by Coots.
Touched.
Yeah, it's touched.
Oh, plays a screaming touch. The goal umpire has frozen.
Yeah, the goal umpire's like a statue.
He doesn't know what's going on.
He's got a score review.
It's his job to make a decision here, not listen to the players.
It's been given a goal.
Oh, bang!
Well, there you go. No one had a clue what was going on.
No,
Seriously,
he was
seriously,
stuck.
he was stuck like Kevin Bartlett's statue at the MCG.
He had the hands
no
up,
idea.
level with his head, both of them up in the air, and he just stood there like that. He just didn't move.
Hopefully he didn't have a stroke.
Oh,
or
that's what I was thinking too. But
Think of the children. They were behind the fence then at the football.
That's why they were there.
Yeah. Support the goal umpire.
There was 20 or 30 people back there, but
I don't mind. It happened a couple of times. Had to stop play. The umpires had a chat, and they went, all right, what's the best decision in this moment? We're on radio. They're going to bake us either way. So they just went goal. And then the same thing happened down the boundary. They all thought it might have gone out of bounds.
yeah, the boundary umpire was about 50 metres away, but she wasn't sure.
They had
so
a good chat, and then they got the result done. So there you go.
Yep, so well played to everybody involved there. We'll quickly whip through the results. Do we have the sting for footy netball scoreboard, do we?
All right, give it a second.
All right.
Around the grounds,
we do.
thanks to Think Water. They do water well.
All right, well, kick started at 8 o'clock this morning in the 13 and under netball. Lorne 45 defeated South Colac 9. 15 and under, Lorne 34 defeated South Colac 24. 17 and under, South Colac 39 defeated Lorne 8. D grade, it was a clean sweep in the senior netball for South Colac. South Colac 44 to Lorne 27 in the D grade. C grade, 64 to 20 was South Colac's way there. In the B grade, it was South Colac 33 defeating Lorne 21. And in the A grade netball, got to be close in the end after South Colac led by as much as 10 in the second half, and they'll all pick their way back. Unfortunately, they just fell a couple of goals short. It was 49 to 47. In the football, in the under 12s was South Colac 18-18, 1-2-6-8 defeated Lorne 1 straight 6. Under 15s, it was South Colac 27-18, 180 defeated Lorne, who failed to score. Under 18, South Colac pretty much controlled the game from the get-go. Then Lorne showed a bit of spirit in the last quarter. 7-11-53 to Kangaroos defeated the Dolphins 4-7-31 in the reserves. It was South Colac 13-7-85 defeated Lorne at 1-3-9. And of course, the senior footy was a thriller. It was South Colac 8-10-58. They defeated Lorne 6-8-44. At the MCG today, in front of 92,044, Collingwood 16-11-107 defeated Essendon 10-6-66. Jamie Elliott finished with 5, still side bottom. Took home the second Anzac Day medal for the second time after taking one out in 2016. But a big worry is on Dan McStay because he injured his knee again during the third term there, but he's just come back from a knee reconstruction in the last 12 months. So hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing too serious there with him looking at the incident on the replay. So, but the game just about to get underway at Optus Stadium in Perth between Fremantle and the Adelaide Crows, which is a big game there. And Fremantle are favourites, believe it or not, which I can't work out why.
That's because it's in Perth, Drew.
Yeah, true. In the Handman League today, Terang Mortlake 11-17-83, their first win of the season, defeating Cobden 5 at 16-46. And Portland continued their unbeaten start to the season. They defeated Hamilton to the tune of 46 points.
Cobden haven't started too well this year, have
Yeah,
they?
I think they're going to struggle too.
Get Sammy Lucas out. Bring him back to the Imperials.
Portland 13-15-93 defeated Hamilton 7-5-47. In the GFL today at McDonald Reserve, St Joseph's 9-8-62 defeated South Barwon 6-15-51. And in the Bellarine League, it was Drysdale 15-18, 108 to Port Arlington 6-9-45. And the game in progress at the moment, that is currently about early in the third quarter between Newcombe and Ocean Grove. It is the Power 5-3-33. Leading Ocean Grove 3-6-24. Inverleigh knocked off Bannockburn. Their course 4 games tomorrow.
Newcombe last week.
Yeah.
Kicked like a cow with a cup of tea in the first quarter, and Port Arlington couldn't miss.
Yeah, 22-5.
Well, they were 22-1 at one stage.
That's ridiculous. 4 games tomorrow in the CDFNL, of course. LV take on the Western Eagles, that game at Red Rock. LV, do you think will be winning that, you would imagine?
You would think so?
Yeah, I would think so.
No, Dan Casey, mastermind.
Other games, Colac Imperials versus Birregurra. This is a big game because the Imps now cannot afford to go zipping 3. And Birregurra, you can make a case that could be undefeated. So Western Oval, the Imps' first home game for the year. But this is a huge game for them.
Oh, it really is. They're not going to want to go 0-3. And they've played some okay footy too. Obviously, just got done against South. And last week, probably should have got away.
Should have beaten Elvie. Should have beaten Elvie.
Yep. And so they're going to have a bit of a point to prove. I think Look, I think they've got a pretty strong side in tomorrow as well, so it'll be very, very interesting to sit and watch.
Yeah, it will be an interesting one there too. Illawarra back taking on Simpson at Wawari Recreation Reserve. This game should be a good one for the Battle of the Sash.
Be an absolute belter, this one, actually. So
See where Simpson are at.
Yeah, it really will. If they can stop Whopper, they stop Simpson, as far as I'm concerned. So that's going to be where the match is won and lost right there.
Yeah, who are we tipping?
I'm going to get Illawarra.
Yeah, I'm with Illawarra.
I'll go Simpson. I haven't been a too huge fan of the Illawarra just yet, but they take a bit of time throughout the year to get going. But yeah, I feel like Simpson are just up and about. There's something about them this year.
Yeah, I think everyone's underestimated them a little bit. I know they've lost a stack, but they've still got some really good talent in that side as well. And our broadcast game tomorrow, you'll be joining us from 1 o'clock. We'll be at Jellybrand Recreation Reserve for the big 125th anniversary. It is Otway Districts taking on Apollo Bay. We'll be on air at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I understand Pete Hickey's going to be joining us in the pre-game tomorrow.
Yeah. There'll be a few Otway people coming around saying g'day to us, I reckon, throughout the day. But there is a big story unfolding, and we'll break it exclusively tomorrow. But we've had a bit of investigation about a certain thing that happened here at Lorne a couple of years ago that we'll uncover tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. It's huge.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
We'll rip the core foundation of football and
What did you do,
Colac League.
Nothing.
Well, he's in the firing gun.
Oh, no.
You, especially.
50% sure it was him.
Yeah, I've got my money on him.
It was you, wasn't it?
We'll get onto it tomorrow.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Is
We'll
this
get on
to do-
Tune in for 1 o'clock to find that out tomorrow. But let's wrap this up. It's been a magnificent night, a day and night of footy and netball here. A big thank you to the Lorne Football Netball Club to put on an absolute festival tonight of the footy and netball. It started bright and early at 8 o'clock this morning, so there'll be a lot of tired people that can enjoy a sleep in over the weekend. Big thank you to Ryan Hickey jumping in. So of course we found out what Peter Hickey's like as a cook.
Chow mein.
Especially a couple of bowls of chow mein, and Pete Hickey's not happy about it. We'll have to get to the bottom of it
The
tomorrow.
pavlova and the trifle, apparently.
Come on, wrap it up.
All right, thank you, Maxie. Thank you, Paul, for jumping in for
Thank you,
Pete.
gents.
And thank you to AJ. Great job as always. Well done to South Colac. They get their second win of the year and a very important one. They're home by 14 points. See you tomorrow from 1 o'clock because MIXX FM is footy. See you tomorrow.
This has been another CDFNL live broadcast on MIXX FM.